5 championship season was a success on and off the field. The club reported record revenue of $44.7 million, driven by strong ticket sales, sponsorships, and merchandise. While the teams posted a small accounting loss, its stabilization fund grew to more than $11.3 million, helping strengthen the club's long-term financial position. Roughriders president and CEO Craig Reynolds.
When we look at what we set out to do as an organization, we set out to win championships, entertain our fans, and be a source of pride. And when we look at what's important to us from a business sustainability perspective, it's growing our stabilization fund, and it's having a strong EBITDA. Again, we saw strong results.
The Riders return to action on Friday when they host Toronto at Mosaic Stadium. A major Regina police investigation has resulted in more than 30 drug and firearms charges. Police seized illegal drugs, multiple firearms, ammunition, and cash after arrests in Regina and Saskatoon. The 2-month investigation involved several police units and led to 2 people being taken into custody. The provincial auditor is recommending several changes to help Saskatchewan better manage the use of travel nurses. The report notes travel nurse spending has declined, but says improvements are still possible. Recommendations include ensuring all travel nurses complete criminal record and vulnerable sector checks, receive cultural sensitivity training, and have proper documentation on file. The auditor also says the Saskatchewan Health Authority should require timely invoices from staffing agencies to improve financial reporting and support better decision-making. The City of Regina is seeking feedback on its Cathedral Community Safety Zone as officials assess results and consider expansion. Introduced in August of 2024, the zone targets areas with busy sidewalks, bike routes, and nearby schools and businesses. City data shows 1,689 collisions in the neighborhood from 2013 to 2023, including incidents involving pedestrians. Residents can complete the online survey until July 15th to help guide decisions for local safety planning efforts. A new portrait recognizing former Lieutenant Governor Russ Mirasti has been officially unveiled at the Saskatchewan Legislative Building. Mirasti, who served from 2019 to 2025, was the first Indigenous person to hold the role in Saskatchewan. During his time in office, he attended hundreds of events, supported education initiatives, and helped lead the creation of the Saskatchewan Residential School Memorial in Regina. His portrait, painted by Saskatchewan artist Juan Martinez, will now hang in the Legislative Building's Capel Gallery. That's 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com.
Weather for B&A Petroleum and Swift Current, with multiple locations serving southern Saskatchewan for over 30 years. See B&A Petroleum for all your fuel and propane needs.
Weather tonight, clearing and a low down to 9 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny, maybe some spotty afternoon showers, about a 20% chance and a high of 22. Looking ahead to tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low down to 12. Friday, partly to mostly cloudy, high of 23. Saturday, periods of rain throughout the day and a high of 20. Sunday, partly to mostly sunny and a high of 21. Right now, downtown Regina, cloudy sky. It is 19 degrees.
B&A Petroleum is a southern Saskatchewan family-owned business that's there for you. They've been supporting their clients for over 30 years with locations in several communities throughout the southern part of the province. B&A Petroleum is available for all your bulk fuel and lubricant needs, with propane at selected locations Monday to Friday. And don't forget, their Cardlock location is accessible 24 hours for your convenience. B&A Petroleum. Fuel you once, fuel you forever.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sportscage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Regina Motor Products. RMP summer offer on now until August 31st. Receive a $25 SOE gift card with purchase of a vehicle health check and oil change package. Visit RMP today. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Sports Cage. Regina Motor Products, a sponsor. Summer offer now until August 31st. You receive a $25 Esso gift card with the purchase of a vehicle health check and oil change package. Visit our friends at RMP today. Thank you for making some time. Hour one. Curtis is with me all day long. We're going to have a little co-host action into hour two. Hour one here, we're going to talk about what happened Canada and Switzerland at the World Cup just wrapping up. We're going to hear injury updates on AJ Ouellette from Coach Mace. We're going to hear from running back Wally Conley as well in hour one. We're going to talk some hockey. Don't worry about it. And hour one later, a lot going on yesterday in the hockey world. I want to know your comments. Curtis is saying we're already getting some on the Riders jerseys this weekend. What are you thinking? The Riders releasing their financials yesterday and where they stand. I'm sure a lot of you want to comment on that. You can do that as well. Hour two, like I said, a little co-host action comes in. Greg from the Piffles podcast will join. We'll talk to Arash Madani. We will talk to Scott Schultz in hour three. More from the Riders. We'll talk to Morgan Runge in hour three as well. So that's it. However you're tuning in today, 100-year-old 620 CKRM, border to border, coming through on your radio. Maybe it's the audio streams. And as Rob Vanstone says, we're on TV. We're on the stream at sportscage.com through our YouTube channel. So that's it. We kind of got our Where Do You Land Wednesday too, Curtis. We've started this. It's a little obscure, something fun to do.
I'm ready for the riveting topic that you've chosen for today.
I'm not going to bring it up yet.
Please.
I'm not going to bring it up yet.
I need to know.
I'm not going to bring it up yet because a lot of people are out there and they're curious what is going on.
I was really excited for a second too. I was like, man, it's Wednesday. It's Where Do You Land Wednesday. What's Barney going to bring up today?
Injury status on the Saskatchewan Roughriders is where we're going to go first. Now, they just released their game status for Friday against the Toronto Argonauts. Not the best news. Out for the game on Friday, we have Juju Hughes. We kind of all knew that. Nelson Lacombo, kind of knew that. Benoit Marion, kind of knew that. It says James Vaughters available. It says Keyshawn Johnson available. Del Duncan Busby out for Friday. AJ Ouellette doubtful for Friday. We put a microphone in the face of head coach Corey Mace. This is what he had to say about the status of AJ Ouellette.
Yeah, it's trending in the right direction, no doubt, but still trending, I would say. Just get him eye level today. Nothing serious, obviously, but we got another day, and then ultimately spit him out there on game day. See what we can do pregame.
I said it yesterday. I think I feel more strongly now. I don't think we're seeing AJ Ouellette play Friday night in Regina.
That's tough,
and that's okay. Did we think he was going to play every game this year? No. He runs violently. The running back position as a whole is hard. There are injuries. You're going to get injured. It's football. Most positions, knock on wood. I hate to break the news, going to get injured.
On the bright side, you can get a little bit of extra value on like a fantasy with maybe TBH.
Yeah. I'm not fantasy guy, but I know what you're talking about there. Thomas Bertrand Houdon, Quali Conley, who we're going to hear from in a bit, maybe there. Coach Mace was asked if precautions will be taken with Ouellette with an eye on his long-term health.
I think you always just kind of diagnose it off of how serious the injury is, now having him, out of the boot and all that other stuff, it's trending the right way. So ultimately, it's what can he do? What do the doctors feel is necessary? And if he's good to go, he's good to go. Every game's important. But, in certain situations, you look at the totality of still really early in the season, obviously. But ultimately, the player's body will decide that.
In a boot. He was in a boot. Now he's out of the boot, so that's one positive. But yeah, I don't. Prairie Land Rentals text line 936-6262. Prairie Land Rentals, 600 Albert Street. You need something for that project you're doing. Maybe you need to move some dirt, some earth. Need a nail gun, flamethrower. 600 Albert Street. You get to deal with the owner. Also a Husqvarna dealer. You got really intrigued there, didn't you? Was it the nail gun or the flamethrower?
Maybe a bit of both. I've never used either. Fun fact.
And by flamethrower, I mean those things like people use to kind of melt ice once in a while. I know,
like a blowtorch.
Yeah, but like the one, like you hook it up to the propane tank. Crofty has one.
Yeah,
he was talking about it.
I think I know what you mean now.
Yeah, I think people use them on their backyard rinks to smooth them out, or outdoor rinks once in a while. That's not. I'm trying to think what the real use is for them. Probably something construction, something that I've never done. So, but yeah, Prairie Land Rentals text line 936-6262. Where do you stand? Should we just rest? Should we just rest AJ Ouellette? Like Coach Mace is hinting maybe a little bit. Hey, also, Gloria Evans, by the way, before the show, did she kind of call me out that I just showed up? I got here just after 2 to watch the footy, the soccer match. I'm going to screenshot a picture of my internet plan and let her know I'm allowed to. It can kind of work wherever now, up until this thing starts at 3, which is live. Other than that, I could be who, and have you ever managed anybody, managed people?
Yes.
Supporting role.
Yeah.
You get the job done. Other than that, I don't care.
I mean,
maybe Gloria's old school. Maybe she's like, you gotta be here. I put it with between both jobs, and I'm not saying this to be like, oh, I work so hard. I put in, on average, I would say 10 to 11 hours a day. Into the night.
Allegedly.
So
you're not at the desk here. Come on, party. How would I know?
So, hey, the data, the numbers don't lie. But yeah, she was. I think she kind of called me out there. But I'm okay. I have the internet. That means I can do my work from almost anywhere. Hola, did I miss the boat on this? It's called a Tiger Torch.
A Tiger Torch.
Like literally 8 text messages just came in. Tiger Torch. And
oh yeah, I see it now. Tiger Torch.
We even go into it. They're used for roofing, mostly. Thank you, Sportscage listeners. Thanks to Benny, to Brent, to Trent, Donna, Jeff. Who else is there? A couple no names. Rochdale Rocket Benny. He's saying. Tiger Torch just to heat up the tar when you're roofing or when you're paving, to reheat the asphalt, to repair it. I use them late. I can't say that far.
Those things put out a lot of heat. I'm looking at it right now. It says it puts up 200,000 plus BTUs of heat. Ooh.
Is that a lot of BTUs?
I think so. I mean, it looks like
a BTU scale.
It looks like a flamethrower. Flames are hot.
I said, and I bet you can rent one at Prairie Land Rentals.
It's a British thermal unit, is what it is.
Let's get into the jerseys here, because Dean wants to jump in on that. I like the throwback to the away 1966 jerseys, but not thrilled about the white numbers. At least they kept the helmets green. I was at the Rider store today, and all they are selling is basically our current away whites with numbers, so it's not the exact that you're going to be wearing this Friday.
Shoot.
What about the hats? I wanted to know about what the hats look like and what the polos look like. Yeah, Benny, I did almost read that on the air. By the way, they're doing some asphalt work on Rochdale by the Tim Hortons there. I almost got trapped. I was like, what? What do I do if I can't get out of here? No, but yeah. Tiger torches. Free Jeffrey. Where is Jeffrey on the YouTube chat? Justice for Jeffrey. If people don't know what we're talking about, there was a character on our YouTube chat, which is also the Prairie Line Rentals text line. He just watches on the YouTube. Jeffrey never offended me. I was fine with Jeffrey. I think he pissed off a lot of people in the chat, but that was his role. He knew his role. He was good at that. He was an antagonist. I'm okay with that. Somehow, some way along the lines in the last 72 hours of programming, he got banned from the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I would justice for Jeffrey. I'm trying to look into it more. I know
you're not looking into it.
We
Barty.
got a less.
Do not lie. Do not fib.
I'm gonna contact YouTube and say I need to get to the bottom of who.
They'll just tell you to be the administrator on your account and just unblock them.
So you're the administrator. So that he just gave he knows people. He might have been the guy that blocked Jeffrey. Is this Curtis fellow?
Yeah.
His face is on the TV.
I'm gonna need a written apology note. He called me Clark. I'm not a fan.
I called you backgammon yesterday.
That's different, though. At least that's my last name.
You can't get wrapped up into people calling you different names. You would have never survived. I'm on a power trip. Curtis would have never survived living in the 70s, 80s, or 90s.
I'm on a power trip right now.
70s, 80s, and 90s.
I'm blocking Jeffrey.
You would have never survived.
So?
Let's get Jeffrey back. How do we get Jeffrey back on the chat? 936-6262.
I'm gonna need a show of hands for everyone out there in the radio world. Please vote if you want me to bring Jeffrey back. Justice for Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, come back. You can blame it. See? Yes, free Jeffrey. Donnie even says it.
He's the only person
likes it. KQ likes it. Man. Roscoe says the Tiger Torch can be used while camping to light wet wood.
It's pretty hot. It's 200,000 plus BTUs. We learned today.
Trevor's on the ball today. Trevor gets the assignment. Most house furnace. What did you say the BTUs are for this Tiger Torch?
200,000 plus BTUs?
No.
For the Tiger Torch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, get this. Get what Trevor just says.
What?
And this is allegedly from Trevor and our boy Tap in Regina. Most house furnaces
are around 60,000.
60 to 80,000 BTUs. Garages 45,000. Just for reference. Thanks, Trevor. That's a lot. We got a lot of BTUs coming out of a Tiger Torch.
I told you. You're like, is it a lot of BTUs? It's like, probably. It's a flamethrower, is it not?
I didn't think there was anything wrong with me admitting I didn't know the BTU scale. Now I kind of know.
Hey.
60 to 80. When someone asks me, hey, what's your furnace putting out in your house? I'll be like, I don't know, 60 to 80.
Where do you land on the BTU scale?
No. We're not getting in. Justice for Jeffrey. Heather. Yeah, I think Heather's in the Alberta province as well. So, see? People want Jeffrey back. Although Jeffrey pissed people off, Jeffrey should be back, Curtis. Some other notes on the jerseys. T-Man. Those look pretty sweet. Denise won't be able to see the numbers from the stands. Feel sorry for the broadcasters. Yeah. Farron loves it. I prefer it to the obsidian they rolled out last year. I still like the obsidian. I want to see the white with a little obsidian. What is that called? Not sample, but whatever. You know, a little bit of obsidian green on the way. Maybe that's coming out next year.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, not a fan. Too much white. Yep, come in. Rama, you can come in. Pete. Thank you. We're copying BC. Man, BC
it's a white uniform.
BC wasn't the first franchise to do white uniforms. Hot tip.
My fun saying is there's no such thing as an original idea, just an original approach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a white uniform.
See, that's what Jeffrey was going with, an original approach to everything that Jeffrey did. And you just got offended.
A little bit.
Curtis got offended. Curtis is in that offended demographic, though.
I sure am.
Was it more offensive or was it more bullying?
I just had enough of him. He was annoying me on Monday. My golden rule is if you're gonna dish it, you have to take it. Like if you're running your mouth all week, when the time comes to pay the piper, it's like the stamp's lost. You got to own that.
What did
you
he
got to
say?
own that.
I need to see the documentation. What did he say?
It's gone now.
Yeah, see, this could be just all erroneous information. Ed wants him back. I think him and Ed at one point were going to fight. No, maybe that's James. James wanted to do a little dance, knuckle shuffle with Jeffrey. But I bet you even James misses it. Got to get that on. Okay. Where Canada loses 2-1 to Switzerland.
It's tragic.
I watched the game. I don't know. Swiss in the first half just out like they're the better team, I think, right? Second half, it looks like Canada pushed. You know what? We are going to go to the stadium. We're going to go to break. Then we're going to go to the stadium live. I just got text message. Lee Cormish can hop on a phone call. So Lee is going to, we're going to give him a call at the break here, and then we're going to quickly break down the Canada-Swiss game and what happens next if you missed it. It is the Sports Cage. Justice for Jeffrey. Streaming through our YouTube channel, sportscage.com.
They could have just called it a flooring store.
Yeah, but that doesn't really cover it.
Carpet, hardwood, laminate.
Outdoor flooring, artificial turf, rubber athletic flooring.
Hey, that's more than a store.
Exactly. That's a superstore.
So whether it's your living room, your garage, your gym, or your backyard,
think bigger, think super. I think you've got it now.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor. Over 20 years serving Regina and area. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Winter in Saskatchewan tests everything, our patients, vehicles, and sometimes our bumpers. From icy parking lot dings to serious highway mishaps, choosing local matters. At Regina Motor Products Collision Center, we're Saskatchewan owned, run, and we drive these roads too. An SGI accredited full-service collision center working on all makes and models. Submit your SGI claim and book your appraisal. It's easy. When you need repairs you can trust, it's neighbors helping neighbors. Regina Motor Products Collision Center, south at Highways 1 and 6 Albert Street, rmpchevrolet.com.
The Roughriders season is here and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Welcome back to Sportscage. Connect with the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262.
Okay, keep the text messages coming on the Rider jerseys, Rider financials, injury status update I see out there. 936-6262. Roscoe's in the Mount Rushmore of Sportscage faithful listeners. He says, "Bring back Jeffrey for the knockout round." So we got to get Jeffrey back. My Where Do You Land Wednesday is coming up, and it goes down tonight. It's something about tonight with Where Do People Land. We'll get to that in a moment. Western Pizza, which I might be actually stopping at tonight. Western Pizza, perfect pizza, generous amount of toppings. Then the lasagna, all the food, the ribs, the salads, the souvlaki. Let's go. Maybe a dry rib. Why wouldn't a guy? visit your Western Pizza. Let's go out. Joining us from the stadium, just outside the stadium, gave him a quick text. He's like, absolutely, I'll hop on. Our soccer insider, Lee Cormish, on the heels of Canada's 2-1 loss to Switzerland. Lee, I'm watching the game. I just don't know enough about it. But the way I'm looking, especially early, I'm like, oh, the Swiss are... the Swiss aren't giving us much here. Was Canada outmatched today, Lee?
Yeah, we were. And let me break it down for you a little bit. Listen, we played a 17th in the world ranked team. This Switzerland team they knocked France out of the Euros a few years ago, and we did not have our best players on the field. And so if you look at our midfield today, Ishmael Cody with the broken leg, he's out. We get the last-minute message that Steph Eustachio is out of the match. Well, not starting. Sorry, not out of the match, but not starting. So now you've got Nathan Saliba and a real fresh guy in Matthew Chouanier starting in the midfield, and we knew it was going to be a tough game and a tough go because the midfield plays such an important role. And Matthew Chouanier, he tried, but he was out of his depth a little bit, and I'm not sure what was wrong with our back line. We were pressing a little bit too high, and I saw holes right away, and I'm like, man, we rather than be reactionary, we got to take about 2 steps back and take charge of the situation. So we went into halftime at 0-0, and that's a win. That's a great win, but we were asleep to start that second half. I felt like, okay, Swiss is happy with the first half as well. Both teams are happy. They're 0-0. But I said, watch out. The Swiss are going to come at us hard in the second half, and that's exactly what they did, and it was a defensive miscue. Alistair Johnston had a very poor game today, number 2 in the back, and Maxime Crépeau made a rare mistake for Team Canada. That second shot should have been stopped. And then so now it's 2-0, and the guys on the field aren't getting it done, so we had to bring in the subs, and we brought in some guys. They brought in some life. You saw number 7, Eustachio came in. He changed the feel of the game, and we took it to the Swiss for a little while. But the Swiss, we're down 2-0. That plays exactly into their hands. They're able to finish games off. That's what they do. So we had to come down and break that team down twice. We did it once on a great ball by Saliba to Promise, and made it 2-1. And we pressed, and it was, we tried, but we just couldn't get the result we needed.
That's a fantastic breakdown, Lee. Yeah, because at the end, it was great. We were pushing. We were right there. And I'm like, maybe they can tie this up. But that lull, when you look at where Canada is, and not everybody, a lot of people are talking about how this is a win. Like, we're moving on to the next stage. Now, mind you, we don't get to play at home. Was it were we a little too lax? Was it nerves, do you think? Was it game plan? What was the main, I guess, contributing factor?
I felt we were a little bit lax. I felt like we didn't take the game to Switzerland in the first half. I felt like we needed to score in that first half to give us that edge, to give us the upper hand. I'm telling you, Swiss was happy to go into halftime at 0-0. Was it because we knew a draw would keep us at home? I don't think so. I think the coach had the boys prepared to play, and I just think we got outmatched. Swiss showed their depth, and they showed how they're able to manipulate the game, and they got the timely goal in off the post like that. So. And we just didn't have the best players on the field to handle the situation. We were missing 4 starters. We were missing Moise Bombito in the back. He's so important. We were missing Alphonso Davies. We were missing Steph Eustachio and Ishmael Cody. I'm telling you, we were missing 4 of our top players. And we lose 2-1 to Switzerland. And, it sucks because staying at home was so important. It was all Jesse Marsh talked about for 6 months is win, and we stay at home. Is it a win to get out of the group? Some people say, yeah, we finished second. Okay, we're out of the group and we get another game. But really, you look at Mexico and USA, the success. They both booked their home tickets after 2 games. I wanted to see Canada elevate to the U.S. and the Mexicans level. And no, we didn't do that. We're still that secondary team. We're not at the level the Americans are at or the Mexicans. And now we're heading to L.A. in a home World Cup. That's not the way it was supposed to be.
One thing when I'm watching the beginning of the game and the anthems and everything that's around it, and then they start showing the players. Is it just me? You're there live. You know this team. Were the Swiss physically a lot bigger than the Canadians? The Canadians, to me, seem small.
I felt the same thing. Those Swiss are some big boys.
Yeah.
Broad shoulders, tall guys. And we were the smaller team on the field. Yeah. You were not.
Okay.
Also, White does play a little bit of factor to that. White always makes you seem a little bit smaller, I think. But no, you're right. The Swiss are big kids. I am actually surprised at how big those Swiss guys were. I thought Bosnia was big. Swiss is right there with them.
Yeah. No, there were some plays early where it looked worse than it was. I'm like, I think that's just a man hitting a boy.
You're right. Like when Luke DeFougerel dropped to the ground, that guy Luke ran right into that the Swiss player, and he fell to the ground. So yeah, you saw it right.
Okay. Well, I'm becoming a soccer expert. There's no doubt about that. So now we go to Los Angeles. Like, what's the timetable? What would the group of 32 or what? Just take the casual fan through what happens next.
Okay. So we start with 48 teams. The best 32 are going through to the round of 32. There's never been a round of 32 in the World Cup. Normally, it would be 32 teams would qualify for the World Cup. So for Canada to get to the round of 32, really, essentially, we did the same thing in Qatar. We were at 32. So you get the top 2 out of each group that go through, and then you get all the best third places.
Okay.
Because we finished second, we are in L.A. against another second-place team, which is most likely going to be Korea. The Korea Republic played their 3 games in Mexico, and I'm telling you, the Koreans weren't pleased with playing all their games in Mexico because they have a large fan base in the States. And LA has an amazing Koreatown. A little rough their area, but they say they got some of the best Korean food, best Korean barbecue, better than in Korea. So it's going to be a home match for the Koreans, for us. And after that, it's win that game, and then the teams are cut in half, 32 down to 16. We would go on to Houston if we win that game.
So we lose the next one. We lose to Korea in Los Angeles, home of fantastic barbecue. We're out?
We're done. It's elimination. The round of 32, it's a 1-game elimination.
Okay.
That's when you start to see overtimes of 30 minutes and penalty shootouts.
When will the schedule come out? Date, time, that stuff.
Well, we will know later tonight. We'll know when sun goes down because Mexico and Korea are playing their last game.
Yeah.
We can't play Mexico really. It's Korea unless we see a miracle from South Africa. Really, is how I look at it, and I don't think that miracle is going to happen. Bafana, they're just not that good.
Yeah, because they play at 7 p.m. our time tonight. Is this just last? And I'm looking at the schedule for today. We got Morocco, Haiti. We got South Africa, South Korea, Scotland, Brazil. What? Like me, again, casual fan, not knowing much. Played some soccer in grade 7. I remember that. Is Scotland, Brazil a good matchup here? Is this a good tilt or no?
Let me tell you a little bit about Brazil, Scotland. Scotland has qualified for 8 World Cups. They have played Brazil in the group stage in 5 of them. Scotland has never gotten out of the group stage. They're the longest-running team to never get out of the group. and they play Brazil again today in Miami. I don't see it happening for the Scots. They're just not that good of a team. It's a mouthwatering matchup because you get the Seleção, you get the Brazilians against the Scots, which you know what their fans can bring. So it's a major matchup as far as World Cup goes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. The Scots are up against it. They're going to try. Man, those tickets are going for over $4,000 today in Miami.
Wow. Okay, Lee. Man, I appreciate you doing this, hopping on quick like this, and then we'll regroup. I'm not in next week, but I know someone's going to want to chat with you. You're amazing at what you do. Where are you going today? Like from Vancouver? Are you going down to have some barbecue?
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna see who I run into. I head to Dallas at 5 or 6 a.m. for Japan, Sweden tomorrow. So I wouldn't mind an easy evening on the couch watching Canes at where I'm staying. But who knows where the night will take me?
Oh, God. There you go. Well, speaking of barbecue, you're going to Texas. Get some ribs in you over the next.
You betcha.
Over the next.
You betcha. There's a place in Austin. I think I'll be in Austin, but man, there's some barbecue down there.
Oh yeah. If you go to Fort Worth, go to Billy Bob's too. You won't be disappointed. Biggest
Fort Worth, Billy Bob's.
Fort Worth.
You know what? I will be in that area.
In Fort, you got to go in Fort Worth. Yeah, everyone will tell you. I think it's like one of the world's biggest honky tonks. But it's got food. It's got a hat like. You can shop for cowboy hats, and they make them there. They got bull riding in the back. It's probably the size of Regina's downtown.
Wow,
exaggerating a bit, but you get it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I get it. I've got a check in my head. I'm going to see if I can get there. I'll be in the Texas area for a little while, so should be able to get there.
Love it. Okay, thanks, Lee. Travel safe.
Thank you.
Yeah. There he is, our soccer insider live from the World Cup. That's how we do it. Van City. Yeah, tough one for Canada. They lose 2-1 for Switzerland. What did he say? Tonight, maybe we'll find out when the next game is, and it looks like South Korea. Man, I didn't know Koreatown in Los Angeles was such a hot thing. I haven't been to LA in a long time, but it makes a guy want to go. You ever been to a Korean barbecue, Curtis?
No Korean barbecue.
Oh, man. We went in Vegas just this last time again. I told the story on the kids, I think. And my wife and I and the kids, and there was Korean people sitting right across from us. And they had things dialed, and we looked like absolute hacks. I think it'd be like them watching me eat pierogies and cabbage rolls and mushroom sauce. I look over at their table, and they're cutting things, and it's all nice and neat and everything, and we're a dog's breakfast. But it's good. It's got you cook it right at your table.
Ooh,
and
that's pretty good.
The vent comes down, and then they replace the little grill thing. Man, it's good. But he says Koreatown's in not a nice part of Los Angeles. So maybe it's near Watts, Compton.
Have you ever had Brazilian barbecue?
Crips and Bloods. Have you ever seen the movie Boys in the Hood? Put it on the list, man.
Boys in the Hood.
We can't do the show together if you haven't seen UHF, Boys in the Hood.
I've seen 25% of UHF. I'm almost there.
And then North Shore is coming up too.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. Ice Cube. Ice Cube plays Doughboy. Give him his ball back.
Is that the one where they're on the porch and then?
Oh yeah, there's lots of stoop. There's a lot of stoop stuff going on in Boys in the Hood. Drinking 40 ounces of OE. Oh man, it's good times. Okay, where do you land Wednesday? You've been waiting for it, haven't you?
In anticipation, yeah.
Where do people land? Tonight, for the first time in my lifetime, I get to see a musical artist that I've wanted to see for a long time.
Are you doing Where Do You Land on Roxette?
Nope. What, do you think Roxette's playing here tonight? Do you think I'd be sitting right here if they were? No.
I don't know.
Marcel on the text line. I really don't get it. Who hasn't seen UHF?
I've seen part of it.
Curtis was born in like 2011.
I was born in, hey, I'm old enough that if you check my ID, like, you don't have to do very hard math. Like, I was born in the 90s, but not by much.
Where do you land? Where do people out there land? Where do the Sportscage? Where does the Roscoes, the Bennies, the Travises, Heather, looking at you, where does everyone land on Dwight Yoakam?
Dwight Yoakam.
Do you know who that is?
Yes, I know who Dwight Yoakam is.
Do you like any of Dwight Yoakam's music?
You know, I was never really a big country person until I started working at like CKRM, and I got into a lot of the country gold stuff, especially like going out to the cookouts and listening to Colin's show and stuff like that. But
he's playing Moose Jaw tonight. It's sold out. Like, if that doesn't tell you something right there, this 80s and 90s country that rolls through, people want to see it. It was, I remember the tape. I remember mom or dad going to, I don't know, it wasn't A&B Sound, it was even before that. It's probably Wolco. And buying guitars, Cadillacs, 1984. What an album. But the thing about Dwight Yoakam, he's kind of got a weird, like, voice-ish a bit, so some people cannot say. It's like me with that lady from Sugarland, Jennifer Nettles.
I'm looking at the top songs here. I do like Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man's a tune.
I was looking at the set list, which I can go through in a bit here for tonight, because I think he's playing majority of the same set list at all stops. I know it's a remake, but when it came out, I was probably in grade 10, grade 9, learning a lot about myself. Suspicious Minds, when he redid that one, I think that might be my favorite Dwight Yoakam song. Although 1,000 Miles from Nowhere.
That's an Elvis Presley song.
I know. Streets of Bakersfield is a remake too. Guitars and Cadillacs, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll tap my toe to that any day of the week. I can't wait. In 2 weeks, I get to sit down with my boy Robbie and do DJ at Country Thunder.
1,000 Miles from Nowhere.
Where do you land on the great Dwight Yoakam? Does anybody else go? Roscoe says I'd go.
You know, I would probably check it out. Like I said, I'm like Honky Tonk Man. But it's sold out, you said, didn't
odds, you? Oh, I wonder where do we sit in minus 150 that he wears leather pants? Or does he wear denim? Little Ways is a banger. You've got... That is, and he turns his foot side to side. Okay, we're going to talk hockey when we get back. Some more on the Riders. It's the Sports Cage. Where do you land Wednesday? Having some good times here with my boy Backgammon. Justice for Jeffrey on this Wednesday. We'll be right back.
For 70 years, Freeze Tallman has been more than a building supplier. It's been part of the community. Family owned since 1956, Freeze Tallman is proud to grow alongside the families, builders, and businesses they serve. This milestone is about more than time. It's about trust, hard work, and relationships built to last. Thank you for being part of the Freeze Tallman story. Visit freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years.
If you've been putting up with cold showers and hard water that makes everything feel like more work, stop waiting. Reliance Heat makes it easy. Rent a water heater and a water softener starting at about $1.20 a day and get $400. That means hot water when you need it and water that just works better. No big upfront cost, no hassles. Visit waterheaterrentals.com to get the offer.
Call on Reliance.
Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The auction calendar is stacked at Ritchie Brothers, and an exciting Regina auction is happening July 9th. Visit the Ritchie Brothers website or Regina location to view a wide variety of used heavy equipment from top brand manufacturers. You don't want to miss this great opportunity. Head to rbauction.com/Regina to sign up and be ready for the auction. Again, that's rbauction.com/Regina.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. Powered by Prairie Land Rentals. From power tools to skid steers, they probably have what you need for your job. 600 Albert Street, where you deal with the owner. Welcome back to Sports Cage. Check out our podcast powered by Freeze Tallman Available anytime, anywhere at 620ckrm.com and sportscage.com.
Sportscage fans, love you. Love you, love you, love you. On this Wednesday for Regina Motor Products, Curtis is with me. We're going to be joined by Cody Janzen from the World Hockey Report. If you haven't followed it on X, maybe you're not on X, then you're excused. But it's a great follow on X. They chirp, they talk hockey. They have their finger on the pulse. They're pretty good. AJ Ouellette, sounds like he's going to be a game time decision if you missed that in hour one. Del Duncan Busby ruled out for the game. Where do we go? Probably Canadian receiver there. Is it Robert's boy's turn? Is it Deshaun's time to shine with the Riders? Also out for the game, we have Juju Hughes. That sounds like an Achilles. That's going to be, if it is, it's going to be a long time. Jaden Dahlke's out. Lacombo's out. Benoit Marion's out. Like I said, AJ's doubtful. James Vaughter's available, and Keyshawn Johnson's available. It's a quick update on the Rider injury front there. Okay, let's get to Fairyland Rentals text line. You guys are good. Thomas, off the top, fast as you. Dwight's a legend. Are you going, Thomas? Who's going tonight? Tractor Tom. Sherms, turn it on, turn it up, turn me loose. Forgot about... How did I forget about that one? I see if that's in the set list tonight, though, Sherms. Just give me a sec. I'll pull up what I got. My intel. So it's on the internet. It's not that big of a deal. Turn it on. Yep. Looks like song 12. Could be a good... Suspicious Minds, Trevor. Yeah, thanks, Trev. You and I, Suspicious Minds. It's a great video when it came out, too. It was on heavy rotation out there. Benny, I want to read that, but I can't. James says Dwight Yoakam. I can't spell his name right either, his last name. Was in the movie Panic Room. He was really crazy. He was in actually quite a few movies. Lucia, Tiger Torch, is also used to clean up brush piles and wet fire pits. Gets wood heated up. Learning a lot there on the Tiger Torches. Like Calvin says, use it on the farm for lighting up flax and straw piles. Alan says, great for thawing frozen semi-breaks. Sounds dangerous to me, but okay. TJ and Davidson. I'm a musician and have covered Yoakam songs in my set list for years. One of an all-timer legend. Are you going, TJ? And what's your favorite cover? That's a tough guy to cover. With his kind of nasally voice. Yeah. You guys know what's going on. 936-6262. Prairieland Rentals text line. Let's go to the Western Pizza guest hotline. Grab a pie tonight if you're on your way to Dwight Yoakam. Get in there all full. Sit down. Have a pint. Maybe we'll see each other. Cody Janzen from the World Hockey Report is joining us. Love the backdrop there, man. Those are like news. Those are news sticks too. They aren't. If you're not watching the stream, those aren't the old ones. You did a good job there. Where do we start? Everything yesterday, I was like, wow, fast and furious NHL, but we got to go with Babcock. What's your take? I love the World Hockey Report on Twitter. Love the chirps, but what's your take? What are the fellas saying from the World Hockey Report?
See, that's the issue, is we're a little biased here. Our interactions with Babs for myself and Erm have both been positive. We both golfed with them, being around Saskatoon, know his son. So there's a little bit of bias in that regards because I haven't had a bad interaction with him. What I will say, though, is I do think that a lot of the opinions are valid. Like, I don't think this guy's got a perfect track record by any means. But I also think that people just love to dump on him. And half the issue is that he was a coach in Toronto, and everyone knows how toxic that fan base is and that city for sports in general. So I think he's just getting painted with a bad brush. A lot of that is people who have no clue. They might have read a couple of lines here or there. And so knowing that, the Oilers did their in-depth research, the players actually talked with them. There's some great quotes in the Mark Spector article today from Connor McDavid. I think that really gives insight as to what the players actually want. I think that Babcock is honestly probably the right fit. And if you're not going to get a John Tortorella who doesn't want to live in Canada, I don't think Babcock's an awful option that some people claim it is.
I think the Oilers now need to somehow, some way move some money around, figure out land a free agent to be like, see, okay, guys want to come play with Connor. They want to give this a run.
Well, they're going to free up money and move in Darnell Nurse. I think that's a given. Now, what comes back, that could be a little bit different. Free agency, I don't know. Are there any big names that really jump off the page to you? And when you talk about some of the big name guys and the contracts they're getting, like if the Oilers were to give Alex Tuck $8 by $11 million or whatever he just got, I think you'd be shaking your head and being like, I don't know, that's even going to handcuff him in the long run. Like they do need to, get a little bit more flexible on the cap room side of things. I think they do just have to play a lot more of a responsible style. And as much as it would be nice to get someone new to play with McDavid, I think that there's a lot that actually rides on his usage, and if you can put him with Draisaitl and make that more efficient, where he's got the second best forward in the league on his wing, you should be able to generate some there if everyone else is playing a little bit more responsible. Goaltending, though, look, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that's where the upgrades need to happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't want to be I called it guy, but I said it on this show a while ago. It was only a matter of time before Brady Tkachuk was just like, hey, we got to part ways here. This, I got some stuff. I got to go find myself somewhere, whatever. It's like when our buddies went backpacking in Europe after high school. It's like, whatever. It was only a matter of time. But Cody, do you guys think, I said it to Colby when Armstrong on the show yesterday, it's like the same thing we did in the adult safe. We'd get our buddies together in the summer and go rip around and have this little all-star team. I think we're going to start seeing some of that in the NHL.
You'll see it to some extent, but the salary cap, the way the NHL forces GMs and owners' hands, it's not going to be to the effect that you see in basketball. It's not going to be to the effect that you see in baseball. Yes, these guys are going to use their contracts to leverage where they want to be. I don't think we're going to see these quote-unquote super teams. I look at Florida and I say, hey, that's a pretty damn good roster, but I don't look at Florida and be like, that's an unbeatable team. Who's their netminder next year? Like, yes, they've got a good forward group. They're still going to have to move some money out to find someone to kick between the pipes. Like, as much as these teams and organizations want to build super teams, it's still going to be the best brick base that wins, and that was the Carolina Hurricanes this year. There's no reason why it's a 100% guarantee Florida's the one who wins just because people want to go play there and they can go and attract superstars and these elite level players easier than anyone else.
Cody Janzen from the World Hockey Report is joining us. If you get a vote, do you vote in Keith Tkachuk for the Hockey Hall of Fame?
No, you clearly saw the tweet there. I don't know. There's a lot of guys, and look, I think like an Owen Nolan, Zetterberg, the list goes on and on. Maybe this is a PR stunt, and I think that he's an entertaining player. Walt was. He was awesome with the media. He was fun. I like listening to his podcast. I think that in the media now, he's awesome to have around. It's cool that his kids are awesome hockey players. But if you are statistically holding up his career and his accomplishments compared to other guys who are eligible, you're kidding yourself if you're going to pick him over 3 or 4 others.
Hellebuck done in Winnipeg?
100%. 100%. Imagine that guy being on, Team USA thinking, like, oh, I'm the best goalie in the world at the best on best tournament. And now I got to go back to Winnipeg and like looking at your lineup and being like, I got to be the goalie in Winnipeg. I just signed this deal. No. I'm going to do exactly what Brady Tkachuk did. I'll wait the week and a half till after draft, whatever. And I'm saying, here's my list of teams. Please, thank you. Get what you can now.
Yeah, there's some people, it's like he likes hunting. That's why he likes it. I think he can hop on a plane and go hunting wherever he wants pretty quick. And he's getting old. Like he's getting up there age-wise. So the window...
Yeah, if he wants to win something that's not in a Team USA sweater, he better head south of the border real quick.
I got a feeling for some reason that this almost gives an out to Austin Matthews to say, okay, we've tried it. We've had a good run. I would like to be moved as well. While everything else is burning, just set this one on fire too.
And there's the clown media saying that, like, oh, Toronto's going to circle around Connor Hellebuck. Like, that doesn't make any sense here. You think he is going to want to go from Winnipeg to Toronto, answer stupid questions every single day while a team might miss playoffs just so he can go play with Austin Matthews? No, those two guys are seeing what everyone else is doing. Like, I mean, Quinn Hughes kind of set the precedent of players have control, and players in this generation can do a little bit more than they could 10 years ago. So, yeah, I could see him going. Matthews obviously exploring. I don't think the destination is going to be as favorable for a Connor Hellebuck compared to an Austin Matthews, but that's just my guess.
Okay, we're gonna have to do this. I know next week's gonna be busy. I'm off, but we're gonna have to regroup. What small town are you from originally again?
We were outside of Wymark, Saskatchewan.
Wymark. Where do you land on Dwight Yoakam? Do you like him? Fan?
Dwight Yoakam. That's some old school there. What I was listening earlier. You said he's in Moose Jaw tonight.
Packed, sold out, can't get a seat.
Well, that's no surprise.
What? he bailed on it. He said that's no surprise. End of the feed. I don't know, Cody. Cody said old school. I think he was gonna maybe side with a little Dwight for some Wymark. He's gone to some Quonset parties where Dwight's been playing. We'll get back on that. Look at all the text messages coming in. Absolutely love it. We got to go to break. When we come back, we are going to have the tickers of Sportscage streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
The Country Music Rewind with Colin Lovequist.
We'll look back at some of the big shakers and movers of the country music scene. Some cats reinvented themselves. Others, they did what works for them the best. We'll feature the top 25 on your Country Music Rewind.
The Country Music Rewind with Colin Lovequist. Brought to you by Crawford's No Frills. Saturday afternoons at 4 and Sunday afternoons at 1 on Country's Greatest Hits. 620 CKRM.
Getting insurance is one thing, but making sure you're actually covered the way you think you are is another. At Lakeview Insurance, Scott Schultz and his team help you get a second opinion on your coverage so you know what you're protecting. It's about protecting what you've built. Talk to Lakeview Insurance today.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Winter in Saskatchewan tests everything, our patience, vehicles, and sometimes our bumpers. From icy parking lot dings to serious highway mishaps, choosing local matters. At Regina Motor Products Collision Center, we're Saskatchewan owned, run, and we drive these roads too. An SGI accredited full service collision center working on all makes and models. Submit your SGI claim and book your appraisal. It's easy. When you need repairs you can trust, it's neighbors helping neighbors. Regina Motor Products Collision Center, south at Highways 1 and 6 Albert Street, rmpchevrolet.com.
It's time for the Sports Ticker. Brought to you by Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals. Rent a water heater and water softener starting at about $1.20 a day and get $400 when you switch to Reliance Heath.
All right, Canada loses to Switzerland 2-1 at the World Cup. Instead of staying and playing in Vancouver, they're going to have to go to the round of 32 in Los Angeles. If you listen to Lee Cormish, he figures it might be against South Korea. That'll come out tonight. Bosnia Herzegovina also today taking on Qatar. The final in that one, I'll get you in a second. Morocco, Haiti's going right away. Scotland, Brazil, South Africa, South Korea goes later tonight. The Saskatchewan Roughriders have signed American running back Star Thomas. Thomas, 6 foot 210, joins the Riders after spending the 2025 season at the University of Tennessee. The Calgary Stampeders have signed all-star defensive tackle Jalen Hutchins to a new 3-year contract. Western Canadian Baseball League, Red Sox are in Weyburn. Berries are at Medicine Hat. Swift Current hosting Sylvan Lake, and the Blue Jays in Houston play at 5:07. It's for Reliance Heath. Get a water heater and softener together at about $1.20 a day. Some conditions apply. Call on Reliance Heath. Hour 2 of the program is coming up. Arash Madani, Greg from the Piffles podcast is with me. We're going to hear from Quali Conley from the Saskatchewan Roughriders and a whole lot more. We'll also talk to White Yoakum, and we'll see if there's justice for Jeffrey. We're coming back after the news.
We are 620 CKRM Regina, a Harvard media station.
News is brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. Call 781-2090.
It's 4 o'clock. Good afternoon. Mostly cloudy and 19 degrees in Regina. I'm Denis Conroy from the Saturday newsroom of 620 CKRM News. More than 30 charges have been laid after a 2-month drug and weapons investigation by the Regina Police Service. Officers arrested a 43-year-old man on June 18th outside a home on Arons Road. Police say he had a loaded handgun and other weapons at the time. Search warrants later uncovered large amounts of methamphetamine, fentanyl, and cocaine, along with several firearms and cash. Another search in Saskatoon led to one more arrest and the seizure of money and a vehicle. Police say the investigation remains ongoing. The Saskatchewan Roughriders are coming off of a Grey Cup championship, and the numbers show the Rider Nation showed up off the field as well. The club released its 2025 financial report at their annual general meeting, and despite reporting a small net loss of just over $157,000, the overall picture was one of growth and momentum. The Riders generated $44.7 million in revenue, up from $40.8 million the previous year, helped by increased ticket sales, sponsorship growth, and record-setting merchandise numbers. President and CEO Craig Reynolds says winning and financial success go hand in hand.
The goal of the organization is to win championships and entertain our fans. So we look at that first and foremost. But obviously those two things are interrelated. So when you have a successful year like we did on the field, you're going to see revenue growth, which is what we saw. But when you have the ultimate success of winning the Grey Cup, you're also going to have some expenditure growth.
The club also revealed season ticket memberships grew by more than 1,000 seats, and the Rough Riders Stabilization Fund increased to more than $11.3 million. Proposed Mosaic Stadium upgrades are raising questions about the future of amateur football in Regina. The City of Regina is considering $8.2 million investment that includes new turf designed to meet updated CFL standards ahead of the 2027 Grey Cup. Regina Rams head coach Mark McConkey says the changes could make the field less suitable for university football, while Regina Thunder head coach Scott McCauley says amateur teams may struggle to cover costs if field markings need to be changed. A City of Regina survey is asking residents for feedback on a community safety zone in the Cathedral neighborhood after nearly 2 years in place. The zone began in August of 2024 under Vision Zero to reduce crashes. Officials say the area has heavy foot and bike traffic. Past data shows over 1,600 collisions in a decade. Feedback collected until July 15th will guide future safety plans and possible expansion citywide. That's 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com.
When summer heat hits, there's nothing worse than an air conditioner that can't keep up. Stay cool, comfortable, and ready for those hot Saskatchewan days with a new Bryant air conditioner from Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Bryant systems are built for reliable performance, energy efficiency, and lasting comfort, so you can keep your home cool all summer long. Call Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today for more information or visit broncoplumbing.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Weather for next-gen coatings, spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name, 1865 McCarra Street, Regina.
Weather tonight, clearing and a low down to 9 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny, maybe some spotty afternoon showers, about a 20% chance and a high of 22. Looking ahead to tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low down to 12. Friday, partly to mostly cloudy, high of 23. Saturday, periods of rain throughout the day and a high of 20. Sunday, partly to mostly sunny and a high of 21. Right now, downtown Regina, cloudy sky. It is 19 degrees.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now next gen coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings, 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sportscage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Regina Motor Products. RMP summer offer on now until August 31st. Receive a $25 SOE gift card with purchase of a vehicle health check and oil change package. Visit RMP today. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Hour 2 of the show on Wednesday, like you said, for Regina Motor Products. Where do you land Wednesday as well? Curtis is with me and soon to be joined by our co-host from the Piffles podcast, Greg, as well. Hey, Saskatchewan Roughrider Foundation 50/50. Riders5050.ca. If you're locked in on the auto, you're fine. But if not, and you want to get in on the early bird thing, it is till tomorrow at 10 p.m. This week's early bird prize, Blue Jays weekend in Toronto for 2. Package includes return flights from Saskatchewan to Toronto, 2 nights at a downtown hotel near the Rogers Centre, 2 tickets to a Jays game, and if you don't want to go, you can take $3,600 Canadian cash. Deadline again is tomorrow at 10 p.m. Riders5050.ca. Where do you land on Dwight Yoakam? I would say we are at 98% people, Sportscage listeners, like Dwight Yoakam. Like Kevin says, Dwight is good. Seen him a couple times back in the day. I know you're a Blackhawk fan, Barney. June 27th at the casino. I know. I'm not in town, though. I'm out in Ottawa. You know who? Chicago plays in Ottawa Casino when I'm there. But if it's no Peter Cetera, I ain't going. Thanks for the text, so Kevin. Joining us, Greg from the Piffles podcast as well. Let's find out, where do you land? You're a Moosomin boy. You're a small town boy. You've been to some cabarets where Dwight Yoakam's played.
Oh, I've been known to cut a few rugs as a little two-stepping. Oh, yeah.
With the little guitars and Cadillacs.
And there's a little hillbilly music. He's no Shifty Morgan, but, you know...
I think I know it's a cover. Am I allowed to have my favorite Dwight Yoakam song not an original, a cover? Like Suspicious Minds.
It's a great cover.
Wasn't it?
Great cover.
And it was on heavy rotation on CMT for us back in the day, early 90s.
I'm not against it. It's a great cover. Like, there's some really great covers out there that are a lot of bands' best songs.
The problem is about this evening, it's sold out, and you cannot get a ticket. I'm sure on the Curtis, check out the aftermarket situation.
Be the hottest ticket in town.
Curtis is busy plotting his case against Jeffrey over there. But there's the set list for Dwight, and I'm big on the back half. But there's people like sending in these bangers that I forget about. You're the One. It's slow and it's kind of whiny, but it's a good sipper. Turn it on, turn it up, turn me loose. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. That Queen cover, I could take it or leave it.
It's not bad.
Probably go to the bathroom then. It Only Hurts Me When I Cry.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Honky Tonk Man. 1,000 Miles from Nowhere.
That's a good one.
Another hidden gem. That was good. Little Ways. Guitars as Cadillacs. Fast as You.
That's a good one.
Then he goes off stage, probably changes his leather pants and comes back with only one encore, Suspicious Minds.
Yes.
I might have to listen to like the first little bit of Suspicious Minds and then head down those 750 stairs, try not to wipe out at the Moose Jaw. I love that place for a concert. And then figure out where to park. Don't park in the Safeway parking lot.
Yeah, do not do that. Do not do that.
You get a ticket.
Yeah. I can confirm from cheer competitions, do not park in the Safeway parking lot.
Paul Blart, Mall Cop, will come and get me. News from Rider close practice today, but the Riders are releasing it. And the game status, AJ Ouellette is doubtful for the game. Benoit Marion out. Nelson Lacombe, we knew that, out. Juju Hughes figured he was out. Jaden Dalkey out. Del Duncan Busby out. James Vaughter's available. Any of those surprise you?
Not
Del Duncan Busby?
Del Duncan Busby kind of does. I don't know if that's just let's see what Deshaun Mims has. Let's get Daniel Weeb on the roster early in the season. I don't know what that means at the end of it, but he appeared to be healthy after the game, but I have no idea.
More on the Riders coming up. We are going to hear from Quali Conley, the running back, but right now let's talk to Arash Madani.
It's time to go coast to coast with Arash Madani for Smart Investing Solutions. Be smart with your money. Call Brian Gawley at Smart Investing Solutions, 546-2533.
I'm not going to ask you where you land on Dwight Yoakam because I got a funny feeling out in Truro, Nova Scotia, you didn't play much Dwight Yoakam.
I did not play much Dwight Yoakam. No.
Your parents weren't getting ready for a night out like mine were with some guitars and Cadillacs on the cassette tape.
No, that was not happening there. Although, what's our claim to fame? One of the Trailer Park Boys is from Truro, and then I guess music-wise, Sloan, just from down the street in Halifax.
Oh, Sloan. What was their big hit?
Money City Maniacs.
Yeah. I'd have to hear it. Yeah, good CanCon though.
You'll know it.
Oh yeah. Good CanCon.
Many a frosh week nationwide, Sloan.
Yeah. Canada 2-1, losing to Switzerland. I had Lee Cormish on in hour one from the stadium, kind of breaking it down because I'm watching the game and I'm like, this. The one thing that I jumped out and I said to Lee, I'm like, I'm no expert, but man, we look like a peewee team and they look like a senior men's team. Like they're big. And he said, yep, that's what it was. And just Canada, they didn't have it today and they were missing guys.
You know, you watch that match and if like a few things stand out. One was we were asleep at the wheel coming out of the half. And the two Switzerland goals came within like 10 or 11 minutes of one another right at a halftime. You're just like, wait a minute, what's happening here? And then if you watch the last 20 minutes, you see this urgency, this press, this attack. And part of it is, of course, Switzerland's up 2-0. So they're playing a different kind of style. But other than one really good chance in the first half, Canada didn't have much. And it was interesting hearing from Promise David after the game. Basically, the message that Jesse Marsh, the head coach, gave the guys was, wake the bleep up, you know, and that was a big part of it. Like this was a big opportunity loss, guys. Like you had a chance to win the group, continue this momentum, carry this momentum, have a match again in Vancouver later next week, extra rest. Instead, Sunday you're going to be you're headed to LA to play a match on Sunday.
Are we still going at this that it's a success for this team to get where we are? Because we're at 32 now, which is really what the World Cup was. It was 32 teams until this year.
So now you got to win. Now you got to go to LA. It's a knockout stage. You're playing for keeps. It's win or go home, and you can't go home. Like you have to keep this going. You have to do this. I mean, there was so much talk. Hey, we want to win the group. Hey, we want to move things forward. And I get that injuries have been a factor, but injuries are a factor with everybody. The U.S. didn't have one of their best players, against Australia over the weekend, and they still took him to the woodshed. So now after the song and dance, after the draw with Bosnia, after the free space on the bingo card with Qatar, and then after the loss today, now is when it's all on the line. And so what are you going to be? What are you going to do? And you now know what you have. There's no more kind of question marks with the roster. So what's going to be your starting 11 that you're going to have on the weekend?
Did you say you know the day? Lee wasn't sure on the day that they're playing. Did you say you have that?
Sunday in LA.
Okay, no time yet though.
No time yet, no opponent yet. So that'll get determined here in the next little bit.
I wasn't sure, but obviously it makes sense that it's knockout. You're done. It's like the old wrestling: loser leaves town match, loser leaves country match.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But this is why today's result is so brutal. Like, there's a few reasons. One, I think momentum carries if you win. There are a lot more people who are going to be interested. Two, you would have played next Friday at home. Instead, you play this Sunday in LA. So you talk about a guy like Promise David coming off a big injury, Bombito coming off a big injury. Davies still hasn't seen the field yet. You're talking about more minutes having to get distributed because Ismail Kone is out for the tournament. Steph Eustaquio, who's worn the armband as captain, he didn't start today. He's banged up. He played the last, 25 or so minutes. The rest would have done so much good. But sports.
What are the chances of us seeing Alfonso Davies in on Sunday?
It's a great question. So Jesse Marsh yesterday in his press conference said Davies was available. And then today in his post-match press conference said, yeah, that was basically a ruse. He basically called himself a liar. The gamesmanship continues. But he said Alfonso's ready for the next match. So you're not available Wednesday when you score a goal in the second half to cut it without one with the group on the line. But you're going to be 4 days from now? Okay. I guess. Because, if you're not getting in today, when? So, I guess Sunday. And if he's not in the mix for Sunday, why is he on the roster?
That's it.
Is his club's team doctor there with the team, arm's length, being like, he's a no-go? Jesse Marsh, you put him in, you might disappear.
No, I don't think it's that.
Okay.
They definitely have a staff member from Bayern Munich around. He's overseeing a bunch. Is he micromanaging some? Probably wouldn't surprise me if he was. Bayern Munich, who's paying Alfonso all this money, probably wants nothing to do with Alfonso playing for the national team. There have been some clips that have come out, I think it was during the Bosnia game, when they're down 1-0 and it's halftime. He's just like, it's driving him nuts not to be in there. I think he wants to play, air quote, wants to play. But again, when?
Yeah.
When?
Last thing on the World Cup. What has anybody surprised you? Is anybody moving on, looking to move on, like an absolute surprise?
Good question. The team that actually I watched again last night that looked really nice was Colombia. They now get Shakira. They now get Portugal. Winner of that will win Group F. That's gonna be a hell of a show because Cristiano Ronaldo did nothing in that first match. He's getting all this heat. All these people are saying you're 40 years old, you're selfish to be on the roster, blah, blah, blah. And then he comes out and just has a dagger of a game against Uzbekistan, scores early, scores often. So Colombia, Portugal for the group, I think on Saturday, I think that could be a doozy.
So is after the pool play, I know it's not what it's called in soccer, sorry, soccer fans. Group stage are we done in Toronto? Or are they still playing games in Toronto?
There is a second round match July 2nd, I want to say, in Toronto. Will not involve Canada. And then they're done. Vancouver has a second round match July 3rd, and then another one, a round of 16 match in Vancouver as well.
Okay. So then everything goes like that. BMO. I can't even imagine being a Toronto Argonauts player and seeing what's going on in that stadium and then going back to play in there where you can hear the guys sweeping.
What do you mean? What do you mean? The Argos have a home game this weekend. What are you talking about, Barney?
Most fans are gonna most home games at
How would you like to be calling that game with the white on white numbers from the broadcast booth?
Man, I know.
Poor Dave Thomas.
So bad.
I saw Dave Thomas tacked at the hunting shop, picking up some new binoculars today. You're gonna have to be dialed in. Like, that'd be so hard to see. They're nice though. I don't mind them.
They're nice.
You don't like them?
They're nice.
Greg doesn't like them. I like the helmets. I like that asbestos coming down from the coming down in the pictures. If you're watching the stream, let's keep it going with CFL then. Dru Brown, nice knowing you,
Barney. I told you in January that Dru Brown would not be the starting quarterback in Ottawa. I told you in March that he was on borrowed time in Ottawa. And now here we are in June, and he's back to Winnipeg. Like, there's a few layers to this, to me. There's some in Winnipeg that we can get into if you want to. My understanding of the whole situation there is that when they told Dru Brown that Jake Mayer was getting the starting job, Jake, a day or two later, went to them and said, I want out of here.
Drew, you mean?
Now, Dru Brown said, I want out of here. So you're not going to release Dru Brown because it's an asset, there's value, and you've spent some money on him already with roster bonus or whatever it is. And so what do? So you're trying to generate as much value as you can for a malcontent who... Ryan Dinwiddie, I just finished watching one of his scrum from today, said Brown was a little bit of a distraction with how he handled things. So amidst all this, I was told way back in training camp they had already started conversations with McLeod Bethel-Thompson just to see where he's at, what's going on. And then when finally the first-round pick came from Winnipeg, that's when they pulled the trigger. That's when they said, let's do this. And they move on. That if a dude doesn't want to be there and you're publicly admitting he's a little bit of a distraction, like, I'm not a mathematician, but that formula, A plus B equals ticking time bomb in the locker room, and it's time to get that out. And they did.
Take us through the Winnipeg quarterback room now.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, and this is what I wonder, if tomorrow Zach goes down in game, second quarter, a hit, whatever, who's in? No, I shouldn't say tomorrow. Next week, the week after. Who's the backup? Who's next man up? You can put whatever you want on your depth chart, but who is next man up? Is it Elgersma or will it be Dru Brown? That, to me, is a fascinating part of this. Look, I still think Trey Ford has the potential to be a real quarterback in this league. I think it's going to take him some time. I think right now in Hamilton, having no pressure, being in a quarterback room with Scott Milanovic, learning from Bo is great for him. I think Elgersma's in a similar situation. Elgersma, to me, is the quarterback of the future. But maybe as a Dru Brown now as an insurance policy. For some, like, I don't understand how Dru Brown was looked at so favorably in Winnipeg and went to Ottawa and it seemingly wasn't the same person. So I'm just intrigued to see what happens there. Is Brown an insurance policy? Is he not? I don't know. But to me, Elgersma still all signs point to Elgersma being the quarterback of the future with the Bombers.
Yeah, but Ottawa's where quarterbacks go to die. Everyone thought Nick Arbuckle was the next thing, went out there and did nothing.
Henry Burris went there and rolled.
Burris is different.
Oh, won a championship.
Yeah.
Look, Ottawa's, like, if we really want to turn back the clock, where the Ottawa Redblacks franchise completely went off the rails is you win a Grey Cup with Burris, Burris retires, Trevor Harris is your quarterback, and over a few... Trevor Harris leads you to a Grey Cup, end up losing to Calgary and Edmonton. And after that, over a few $1,000s in a contract negotiation, you're like, no, we're going to move on from Trevor Harris. And what has gone on since?
Yeah.
Kate, McLeod Bethel Thompson, which it's funny when we were talking yesterday and everything was coming down, I was talking to Suits, and my joke was going to be, was McLeod Bethel Thompson needs to hire an internet marketing guy ASAP and blanket the Ottawa offices. What's that called? Geofence, and just hit him with McLeod Bethel Thompson highlights. So he's top of mind, right? That's just marketing 101, whatever. But anyways, they sign him. Now, who's the next guy? Who's the guy that's still out there? Is it Shea Patterson? Is it, what's the cat's name from Winnipeg that just got up and midnight moved? Terry Wilson.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that's still out there that's thrown balls in the Canadian Football League that maybe could be called on if something happens with a team? And second part of the question, is Brendan Sorsby going to end up in the CFL?
Brendan Sorsby will not end up in the CFL because he's got way too much to lose. He's still going to be an early to mid-round pick in the NFL next year. His stock will not increase if he comes to the CFL. His stock can only decrease. So that's not happening anytime soon. The name I wondered about was Cameron Dukes. Remember when Chad Kelly got suspended for the 9 games? Dukes became the starter in Toronto a couple of years ago under Dinwiddie. Didn't go well. I'm now told that Dukes is a high school coach wherever, and that's probably not going to happen. It's a good question. Greg, you might know this. Is Taylor Cornelius on a roster anywhere right now? I don't think so.
No, I don't think. No, I'm pretty sure he's out of the game. He went to the
Does men's
UFL
flag
for
football count?
He for a cup of coffee and hasn't done anything.
Curtis has a good one.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Masoli.
No.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I didn't mind it, Curtis. I didn't mind it.
Mazzoli's best days are long.
I was kind of half jokingly saying it. I know Masoli kind of stunk it up last year.
And the injury history.
But isn't it fascinating, guys, that like right now, and granted the sample size is incredibly small. It's only been a couple of weeks. There's been great quarterback play in 8 of the 9 teams, and it's the usual suspect that's just still a mess with its quarterback situation.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. Speaking of messes, let's end on this because you're back tomorrow with us. Mike Babcock is going to be coaching in the NHL again. He's going to be coaching Connor McDavid, the best player in the world, in Edmonton. I'm trying to think in my mind, Arash. You can go top the main 4 sports in the world. You can go any sport. I don't really care. Has there a coaching hire with so much scrutiny and a coach with baggage that's been let back? Is it John Gruden? I know, are we waiting for John Gruden to come back? Is it...
Yeah, Rick Pitino was a big one back in the day. John Calipari had his issues. Remember Urban Meyer, the mess that
Urban Meyer, what's going on with him?
Yeah, man, that guy, that cell phone got him. Cell phones.
Ron Washington was managing the Texas Rangers, and he tested positive for cocaine, and they have a team meeting, and the players are like, oh my God, like they're like, it was like mandatory, urgent, blah, blah, blah. And and Wash tells them what's going on. They're like, that's it?
Whatever. He likes to ski. We good. Let's go play.
Right. Pro sports. But yeah, those are some of the names that came to mind. Jerry Glanville was just a personality back in the day.
What about hockey? Hockey coaches with baggage that went.
Ted Nolan never came back.
Well, Ted Nolan didn't really have a lot of baggage.
No, there was one. Who was the University of Denver guy who ended up with, I want to say, the Dallas Stars? Was it Jim Montgomery? John Montgomery?
John Montgomery.
Jim, wasn't it?
Oh, Jim. Is it Jim? Yeah, maybe.
Jim Montgomery, yes. Yeah, he ended up with a bunch of baggage. You can do the Google search about lobbies of hotels and.
I can't wait to see. I want to watch it. Like what? Like you have to try and get the who runs it now. Is it Prime? Who does the follow the team around all year long thing?
Right.
That has to be with Edmonton. Like scene setter Daryl Katz getting out of his tanning bed in the morning. Then they go into their Oiler room and it's Babcock just doing weird things, and then McDavid and Leon going, "What were we thinking?" And Darnell Nurse on a beach somewhere just laughing.
I told you that's why I wanted out, says Darnell.
Storyboard. I got it. I got this. And then they're going, the scouts are like watching senior hockey looking for a goalie. They're watching Lacombe play Sylvan Lake. Yeah, no, it should be good. We're back tomorrow. Hey?
Looking forward to it, boys.
Okay. Have a good evening.
Where are you headed next week, by the way? I just got the memo.
Friday, going to Ottawa. I might join Sharky. It's only an hour show. I might actually just walk around to people and be like, "Hey, I'm with a sports show in Saskatchewan. Do you mind if I ask you about the Brady Tkachuk?" And then be like, "Who's your favorite Ottawa Red Black?" And then just a blank stare, and then I just clip a bunch of that and bring it back, and we can laugh at people. Like when I used to do, that shock jock DJ stuff in the mornings.
I wonder if you went into an Irish pub in Ottawa and asked them to name Red Blacks, how many people their first name that they would offer is Henry Burris?
I might try that. I will try it. Why not?
Like in Toronto, people would tell you Pinball.
Yep.
And Doug Flutie.
Rocket Ishmael.
Maybe Ricky
John
Ray,
Candy.
but probably not.
Damon Allen, maybe.
Damon Allen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, what was the guy that footballed in the groin himself?
Oh, Kerwin Bell.
Kerwin Bell.
What a maroon. I love it. Okay, catch up.
That's our next bet, Barney. Forget pie to the face. The next bet is you got to Kerwin Bell yourself.
Kerwin Bell. There you go.
No. No.
And then you need Curtis to come through the side and finish the hit after you nut yourself.
Okay, chat with you tomorrow, bud.
All right, see you, boys.
Yeah. Coast to Coast of the Arash Madani is brought to you by Brian Gawley. Smart investing solutions. Be smart with your money. Call on Brian Gawley. We're going to come back. A little clutch performer sprinkle of the day. It is the Sports Cage on the home of the Riders, 620 CKRM.
Oh, the guys at Coffee Row all had different hail plans. Yeah, some say loyalty matters, some say read the fine print. Palliser. You ever ask around? No. Yeah, that's simpler.
What else is there to talk about? Palliser Insurance. Call your trusted agent today or buy online at your convenience. Visit palliserinsurance.com. Anywhere, anytime.
You just played 4 quarters of football. You got hit by guys built like farm equipment. And now you're thinking about a little celery stick and a protein shake? Come on, this is a job for Western Pizza. Load up with pepperoni, ham, bacon, melty cheese, maybe some ribs, lasagna, or souvlaki on the side. You put in the work, now eat like you mean it.
And get it hot and get it fast, Western Pizza.
Out here in southern Saskatchewan, the sun shows up for work every day. Might as well make it earn its keep. That's where Keln Solar comes in. These folks travel all over the province helping people put solar on their homes, farms, and cabins. They're local guys, Sask-born, Sask-raised, and not going anywhere. Except, to your place. Now's the time to start planning for spring and summer 2026 bookings. Give Keln Solar a call and they'll come show you your best options. Keln Solar. They move the power so you don't have to. KelnSolar.com.
The Sportscage Clutch Performer for Keln Solar. Thinking about saving money by using solar power? Keln Solar is a local family company that can put solar panels on your home, business, or farm. KelnSolar.com.
Quick, just in, breaking news. Clutch Performer, Temple Garden Center, they released a few more tickets to tonight's concert.
Well, that's the real Clutch Performer right there.
Somebody, thanks for sending that in on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. I don't know how many, if they're still there, but if you want to go to Dwight Yoakam tonight, you can maybe look up and see if they got some tickets. Dwight David Yoakam, 69 years old, Pikeville, Kentucky.
And a hell of an acting career after that.
Okay, what did somebody message that he was in Panic Room?
He's done a bunch of stuff. Actually, I just watched him recently in the Billy Bob Thornton short-lived series called Goliath. He plays the CEO of a weapons company.
Yeah. There's another movie that I'm trying to think that he was in. Billy Bob Thornton, Sling Blade.
He was in that too, I believe.
I don't remember watching Sling Blade, but he was in that. Panic Room. Yeah. Wedding Crashers. Four Christmases. Under the Dome. Never heard of it.
It was a TV show based on a Stephen King book. I've read the book.
And then, Clutch Performer. Everybody, all the teachers out there, it's the home stretch.
My kids are done.
Tomorrow. Yeah, I think mine was done at 2 today. So there'll be a lot of taverns right now in and around Regina with groups of teachers.
Filled with teachers, yeah.
Getting after it. Having a few post-year drinks, and then now it's relaxed. What do you got? How many weeks off is that? Probably about a good 8, 7? 7 weeks off.
About that, yeah.
This is when Mrs. S and I argue. And she's like, well, must be nice. You can just go golfing. And I said, hey, I don't get 12 weeks off. I don't know. I'm like, well, count them up. You got Christmas. You got the Easter. You got the summer. I usually lose the battle. But anyway, yeah, congrats to all the teachers, all the students, all the grads. It's big time.
Oh, the grads are walking out at the Rider game on Friday.
Yeah. Clutch Performers for Keln Solar in Lumsden, Saskatchewan. When you're thinking solar, they are the local company, family-run company from Lumsden. Keln Solar, look them up online. Kate, sprinkle of the day. Do they have anything for the CFL games this week yet? I'm going to... We'll check out sportselect.com here. Curtis is manning the booth there, too. Korea and South Africa in soccer, though. South Africa is a huge dog. We figured that. Over to the CFL and this weekend's games. Edmonton in Winnipeg kicks things off tomorrow night. Edmonton, $2.95 underdog. The juggernaut, Edmonton Elks in Winnipeg. Winnipeg's $1.80. The tie is $3.55. I could see a close game here, 3-point game.
I think so. Actually, I took Biffle's picks we take every week against the spread. I took Edmonton with the 3.5.
I'm going to see if this moves tomorrow. Let's screenshot this. Ed wants to take a shot. Jeffrey's not there to defend himself. We got to get Jeffrey back. I know. Who's the favorite in the West's Basement Bowl, Calgary, BC? It's early in the year, Ed. I ain't getting cocky. I think the West is still going to be tough.
What do you mean we got to get Jeffrey back? The poll is saying no justice for Jeffrey currently. It's taking the lead right now.
That's only one of our platforms. We got other platforms.
I'll tally them up.
Who made you
He'll
God?
do it personally. He'll do it personally.
Who made you God?
Who made you Judge Judy and Executioner?
Yeah.
I woke up on Monday and decided, you know what? Maybe I am.
We want Jeffrey back. SportsSelect.com. Make your picks online. Generate a QR code. Then you go to your Lotto Spot retailer. Scan it. There you go. Every bet is 100% legal. Must be 18 plus to play. When you're ready to play, bet on the original with Sports Select. Okay. We do have audio. I've been teasing this. What do you think about Quali Conley? Do you know anything about him? Running back.
You can't spell quality running back without quality.
Very nice. Very nice. We do hear from him today with Dave Thomas. Quali, Connie, and Dave.
Quali, you're weeks into your Saskatchewan Roughriders experience. Explain what it's been like coming to Saskatchewan.
It's different for sure. I feel like my teammates, they helped me adjust because before this I was in Montreal and it was like a different atmosphere. So I feel like coming here, they really embraced me. And the week I got here, it was a tough week.
So take me through that week, Quali.
Yeah. So once I was in Montreal for 4 days. Then I came here, and we had no practice, but we had the preseason game the next day. So I really went into the game with no practice, just look at the playbook, coach me on all the stuff I had to remember and stuff like that. So it was just a lot of information, and getting the Montreal playbook out of my head and getting this playbook in.
Montreal, can you explain how that experience has helped you adapt into the CFL and the Roughriders?
Yeah. I went to Montreal. It's my first time in the CFL. And practice one, I just see guys running to the line. So I'm like, is that legal? And it's like, yeah, that's what we do out here. So just getting used to the cadence and you can move before the ball snapped, and it's different from down south. So yeah.
How is the running back position different from here to even your time in Cincinnati? Is there a big difference in the games?
Not really. Just gotta be a little more patient because the D line is a yard off the ball. So the holes probably gonna open up a little later. So you can't rush into we call it eye candy. So it might be good. It looks good, but once you hit the hole, somebody gonna come off and tackle you. So just pressing at the end of the day.
Trust me, I know about eye candy. I've been referred to it many a times. But seriously, when you look at the way that you are playing right now and your spot on the roster, you have to be ready. But is there a difference between getting ready and being ready?
No, the way Coach Harris teaches us, always, you don't know when your number is called, so just staying ready through if you want scout team, just do indie, just act like you're the guy and make sure you that's your mentality.
AJ Ouellette threw a key block on a touchdown pass earlier this season. How much does the blocking game vary from what you're used to?
Everywhere I've been is the same, no block, no rock. So blocking is a big part of running backs nowadays, especially in CFL. It's a passing league, so just make sure you block your guy. Make sure our old man don't get hit.
Erectile dysfunction is a common medical condition, often associated with reduced blood flow, and it can affect both physical and emotional well-being. At Revive, a physician-led clinic, men receive confidential assessment and evidence-informed treatment options. Treatments may include low-intensity shockwave therapy and other non-surgical approaches where appropriate. The goal is to evaluate contributing factors and determine whether treatment may help improve erectile function and sexual health. To learn more or schedule a private consultation, visit revivemd.com.
You know that Extreme Hockey and Sport has everything you need for hockey, but warmer weather has them thinking baseball. Be all set for the Ball Diamond with team kits, bats, gloves, accessories, and training products all in stock. And let's not forget about lacrosse. Don't let spring throw you a curveball. Be ready with Extreme Hockey and Sport, locally owned, community focused, 1425 McIntyre Street at the Cooperator Center, now in Moose Jaw, and online at extremehockey.net.
House, cabin, office, home gym. If it has a floor, Flooring Superstore probably has something for it. Need carpet, laminate, hardwood, outdoor synthetic grass, rubber flooring for your gym? Yeah, they pretty much have it all. And if you're a do-it-yourselfer working on a small project, check out their cash and carry department for deeply discounted prices. So whether you're renovating a boardroom or covering that mystery floor in the basement, think Super. Flooring Superstore. Quality floor. Over 20 years serving Regina and area. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
The auction calendar is stacked at Ritchie Brothers, and an exciting Regina auction is happening September 25th. Visit the Ritchie Brothers website or Regina location to view a wide variety of used heavy equipment from top brand manufacturers. You won't want to miss this great opportunity. Head to rbauction.com/Regina to sign up and be ready for the auction. Again, that's rbauction.com/Regina.
This is Sportscage. Watch our live stream at sportscage.com and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
What are we doing? What a great show. Thanks to everybody's texting in. The Prairie Land Rentals text line. Benny loved the tidbit about last day for teachers, and they're probably out at the taverns. Benny's a single fellow.
Obviously.
Benny knows the game he's playing. He's willing to work hard tonight on this Wednesday. For Regina Motor Products, Greg from the Piffles podcast is joining me. Our Where Do You Land Wednesday went off. It's tonight in Moose Jaw. I've never seen him. I can't wait. Dwight Yoakam. Let's go. And a lot of you are coming at me with your favorite Dwight Yoakam songs. Safe to say, Sportscage listeners are big Dwight Yoakam fans. And supposedly there was some tickets released here last minute. Usually once they get the stage up, they kind of get the configuration at concerts. There's a little tidbit for people out there. They release extra seats.
Most stage shows do that too. I know WWE does that all the time too.
And then there's always the artist release. Like if the artist has a hold, and then that's how we got our Deadly Billy Joel tickets at Madison Square Garden. Nice. I think it was an artist release last minute. Just a nice little 3-pack. Oh, what a concert. Okay, I wanted to, I don't know if you heard on the show. I wouldn't say I called you guys out. I just said those guys are probably going to up their game for the next tailgate. You guys were popular. There was no doubt about that. Probably one of the most popular tailgates, aside from the buddy from Ituna.
With his bus, yeah.
Yeah, which was fantastic. But what do you guys sit down as a group? Do you do like a reevaluate? Do you watch tape kind of thing and figure out what you're going to do better next?
Oh yeah, there's definitely things we had to upgrade, and we understood the mistakes we've made, and it's going to be a little different. I know there's a big plan for the truck. The guy who owns that truck is actually a welder. He's like building a rig, and of course, all that rain, he couldn't build it outdoors.
Oh,
so yeah, there's a plan for a TV and video game system.
Tecmo Bowl. Can we make
CFL Tecmo Bowl? It's a CFL mod. So yes,
I'm in. Like, can we like set up real early and have like a tourney or like?
Oh yeah.
What kind of controllers are we running?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I've just been told about it. They've made a CFL mod of Tecmo Bowl.
And then what is it like? Current rosters or like old rosters?
I'm assuming they're doing the current roster. I think they got it from Matt Young out of Saskatoon. I know he did a mod last year.
Oh, does that look how excited that got me.
I know you got really excited.
Chance to get to play some Tecmo Bowl at a tailgate. Yeah. Having a few adult beverages.
We learned our lesson. There should be a few non-adult beverages because one guy got a little weekend at Bernie.
First time out.
Sure looked like it.
Yeah, I remember my first tailgate. Actually, I do. I was freezing. But no, it was. I thought it was done well. It was what I expected. Like the area.
Oh, and like I said on our Piffles after, there was a sense of community. Like people were going around and, hey, you guys want a freezy? The Dalkeys were like 3 or 4 spots down from us. Like that entire Dalkey clan. Ryan came and brought us some watermelon. Like it was a good sense of community, and it's only going to get better as it goes on.
The one change, and I want to say I got into it with somebody, but just being at the real campus, I feel sometimes they're a little too bully. The security guards, it's like, okay, I get it, but you don't have to be Paul Blart Mall Cop. They need to put more garbages and recycling things
inside and more porta potties, because they had 2 not far from us, and the lines were starting to form.
And you know what's going to happen there.
Yeah,
you know what's going to happen if there's not enough porta potties, especially for the males.
Yep,
they're just going to find spot.
And 2 porta potties for that tailgate is not going to go well on Labor Day.
Not enough. No. How many total spots was there again?
I heard 200. I don't know if that's true.
It seemed aggressive.
Yeah.
It seemed less than 200. Sorry.
Oh, there definitely was less than 200. Okay. I don't know if everyone showed up, and I don't know if all passes were given. I know when they originally did the lottery, all 3 of us put our name in and all of our buddies. Only Steve won the first... And so we thought we had the 1 spot. And then about a week and a half later, my ticket rep reached out to me and said, hey, congratulations, you won a spot. And I'm like, so I'm guessing a bunch of people turned down spots.
Maybe. They got wrapped up in the hype, and then it became real.
And don't get me wrong, like $500, yes, it's $50 a game, but money's tight for everyone these days.
For some people.
Yeah.
Friday, 24 degrees, chance of rain. Are you guys thinking about going tent? I feel tent is going to be key on that asphalt.
Well, one of the things we did buy one of those tents early, so we do have a tent.
Okay, you do have a tent.
Yeah, we have a tent, and but other than that, yeah, I don't see us going too crazy.
Are you allowed generators?
You're allowed generators. You're not allowed anything but propane.
Yeah, that's what I showed up to Crofty's with my bag of briquettes.
Yeah.
And they said, you can't have that here.
And we actually asked if we could use a pellet smoker, and we were told no.
Pellet gun, yes.
Yeah.
Smoker, no.
Yeah. Because we were talking, we even asked, because the fire marshal was wandering around too, and we asked him, he's like, no, it has to be clean burning. Even electric, pellet smoker? Like, yeah, no. I was like, well,
really?
We could do some really nice ribs here. He's like, yeah, you're going to have to do it with propane.
Okay, so this weekend, it's, what are they calling it? The Prairie Blizzard?
Prairie Blizzard game.
The whiteout. I like the move that it's the jerseys off our backs. That's
a good idea, yes.
They're giving fans in attendance a chance to win. It's just going to be a random draw, I guess, and you're going to get an email or a text. And
I'm kind of wondering how they're going to do that. Like, is that going to, because they know who's there because of their account, or is there going to be a QR code where you have to register?
Scan the ticket to link to the account, probably, some sort of software.
They haven't really fully explained that. We were trying to figure that out last night on the pod as we're talking about. I like the idea. I just don't know how they're running it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have tickets. What if I sell my tickets or lend them to my buddy? Am I going to win the jersey, or the guy who's actually intended is going to win? I don't know.
I bet you'd be you. What your name on them? What do you think about the jerseys? You can be honest. That's why we have you here.
I know. They underwhelm me. I think, and like I said, even if you want to know my full opinion, I gave it really loudly last night. I find they're lazy. I think they're lazy because they just took the regular away jerseys, slapped white numbers on them, and said it's a special jersey. Is it special because they changed the numbers? Sure. I think if you're going to make that much hype about it, it should have been a pure white jersey, not even just the away jerseys. But
what would you change?
I would get rid of all the green, other than have the green Saskatchewan across, the whiteout logos. I think if they had a white helmet, I think I'd probably be less.
I don't
critical.
know. I don't know if a white helmet looks good there. Someone else texted in here just a little while ago, wishing they would have went with a white helmet. I can't see the name here.
Don't you remember the Stormtrooper look they were running during the Dressler years? They had a white helmet, white jersey, white pants.
Wasn't a fan of that. Yeah, I remember.
And I think a lot of fans got their hopes up. They were doing that for one game for this game. If you're going to call it a Prairie Blizzard, go all white. I honestly think they missed an opportunity because they're talking about how special this is. Honestly, it'd be more special if they were doing color on color. They never do that in the CFL. Go Toronto's light blues against Obsidian, and that would have been something different than doing a blue versus white. Because all this is the Riders wearing their white jerseys as if they changed them with white numbers.
I'm curious to see some of the gear as well that's available at the Rider store. But yeah, if you're in attendance and you got a ticket, and if you're a season ticket holder, you got a chance to win them. Yep. Win the tickets win the jersey, on Friday night. It should be good. Okay, we're going to go to break here, and then we're coming back, Ticker and Crofty. And right now, 936-6262 is the number to call, 1-866-767-0620. If you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, you are caller number 6. We're going to play Pick the Score, and you get a chance. You get 2 tickets to next home game and a chance to win a $200 SaskTel gift card. Call right now. We'll be back.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Spring's finally here.
Spring in Regina? I'll believe it when I'm sitting on a patio.
Then let's get to Pump Jacks. Patio's open.
Open now?
Yep, Sunday brunch, daily food, and drink specials.
Hold on, brunch and a patio?
And weekly live entertainment.
All right, that's not spring. That's a lifestyle.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
Maybe I should compare hail insurance this year.
Palliser.
Yeah, but, different coverage, deductibles. Maybe shop around.
Palliser.
You don't overthink it, do you?
No.
What else is there to talk about? Palliser Insurance. Call your trusted agent today or buy online at your convenience. Visit PalliserInsurance.com. Anywhere, anytime.
For 70 years, Freeze Tallman has been more than a building supplier. It's been part of the community. Family owned since 1956, Freeze Tallman is proud to grow alongside the families, builders, and businesses they serve. This milestone is about more than time. It's about trust, hard work, and relationships built to last. Thank you for being part of the Freeze Tallman story. Visit freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years.
It's time for the Sports Ticker. Brought to you by Extreme Hockey and Sport is the home of the Price Match Guarantee. 1425 McIntyre Street, the Cooperator Center, Moose Jaw Temple Garden Center, and online at extremehockey.net.
Canada losing at the World Cup today 2-1 to Switzerland. So instead of staying in Vancouver, they're going to go to the round of 32 and play in Los Angeles. Saskatchewan Roughriders have signed American running back Star Thomas. Thomas, 6 foot, 210, joins the Riders after spending the 2025 season with the University of Tennessee. Calgary Stampeders signed all-star defensive tackle Jalen Hutchins to a 3-year contract today. Looks to be about $50,000 signing bonus, $190,000 in hard money, $9,000 available in playtime bonuses, plus $12,000 in statistical and award incentives. Western Canadian Baseball League, check the calendar with the weather rolling in here. Weyburn hosting Regina. Saskatoon is at Medicine Hat, and Swift Current plays host to Sylvan Lake. Astros and Blue Jays start just after 5 o'clock. And Sportscage.com poll, do you know someone who's attended or will be attending a World Cup game? Vote at Sportscage.com. It's for the local shop, baseball, lacrosse, and hockey. Extreme Hockey and Sport, McIntyre Street, the Cooperator Center, which is back firing in a couple of weeks after renovations, and the Temple Garden Center in Moose Jaw. Maybe Dwight Yoakam is going to go pick up something tonight from Extreme Hockey and Sport in Moose Jaw. They're local. They support local. Under new management, Extreme Hockey and Sport. Go out. Let's talk to Crofty. Croft Electric time of the week for me. Crofty, give it to me straight. Dwight Yoakam. Do you have it on your playlist? Is it a go-to?
I got a couple songs. I don't, not die hard by any means. Not going to the concert, put it that way. But I have a couple songs, yeah.
It surprised me, to be honest with you. I thought, you'd be right up there, but that's okay. We'll let it go. Croft Electric right now, preferred program. I know you're talking about that. You are getting people really interested in the preferred program. For people that don't know, it's as easy as giving you a call to get set up.
For sure. And, whether it's our farm friends or cabins, whatever it is, the summer seems to be about 2 weeks behind everybody. You know what I mean? It still feels like spring almost. We're into summer. So that priority booking that comes along with our preferred customer program is going to get important here as we all get busy with trying to get our summers rolling, trying to get our cabin opened up, whether it's that little project in your backyard or your farm. You're getting ready for, hopefully they've all got their seed in the ground by now, but, they're getting ready for harvest coming up. So, give us a call. Get us lined up. Get us out there to check out your electrical system, do that 24-point inspection, really get to know your system so that we can, give you further savings by being cost-effective when we get to your site.
That's right. A lot of people are heading to the cabin. If you got something to do, Croft Electric. Also, if you need a generator, when you think generators, think Croft Electric.
Yes, please do. We got a fully trained Generac service tech. We have 2 of them in our staff, so we're happy to come out and install a new one, service your existing one, whatever you need. Give us a call.
Okay, Crofty. Obviously, the socials. Really like the socials. You guys are good on there, active, Instagram and whatnot. But the best way to get a hold of you to give you a call, and can they just call anytime, email anytime? What's the deal?
Yeah, so, this time of day, 5 o'clock, we're closed. The actual office is closed, but the number there is 306-586-1333. You can always leave a message. We'll get back to you first thing tomorrow morning. But then you can go to our website, www.croftelectric.com. On that website, there's a Contact Us page. You can upload photos of your project or whatever you want to do, or whatever you have, drawings, if you have drawings, all that kind of stuff right from the website. You can book a service call or book a quote right there. There's also another link if you want to finance your project. You can get pre-approved for financing as well. We're here to help you out in any way we can.
Right on, Crofty. Thank you very much. Chat with you again.
Sounds good, guys. Have a good day.
CroftElectric.com. Hour 3 of the program coming up. Scott Schultz. We're going to hear from Morgan Runge of the Riders, and Greg from the Piffles podcast is sticking around. It is the Sports Cage on 620 CKRM.
Proudly broadcasting from Treaty 4 territory, the homeland of the Dakota, Nakota, Lakota, Saulteaux, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We are 620 CKRM Regina, a Harvard media station.
The news is brought to you by Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of Saskatchewan's biggest selection of Ram trucks and Jeeps. CrestviewChrysler.ca.
News is brought to you by Echo Sound in Fort Capel. Stay connected with a new cell phone from Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Call 306-332-6711.
It's 5 o'clock. Good evening. Mostly cloudy and 21 degrees in Regina. I'm Denis Conroy from the Saturday Newsroom with 620 CKRM News. Saskatchewan's government is reaffirming its commitment to nuclear power following participation in Canada's broader energy strategy. Minister Jeremy Harrison says the province supports federal efforts to position Canada as a global nuclear energy leader. Officials say the approach fits Saskatchewan's own energy plan focused on reliability, affordability, and net zero emissions by 2050. Sask Power is actively working on site selection for small modular reactors while also assessing larger nuclear technologies to keep future energy options open. Saskatoon fairgoers are reacting strongly after learning spud nuts will be removed from the 2026 Saskatoon X lineup. The decision was shared on social media, where organizers said it was made after careful consideration of operational and staffing requirements. They acknowledged disappointment, noting the treat has deep roots in fair tradition and community nostalgia. Online reaction was swift, with many residents expressing frustration and memories tied to the annual pastry, long considered a key part of the summer experience. Regina's new prayer broadcast is being described by mosque leadership as a way to align with long-standing Islamic tradition while supporting a growing local community. Director M. Anisir Rahman says the brief weekly call is intended to remind people of prayer times similar to practices used internationally. He says many in the community view it as positive. Police Chief Laura Lee Davies says authorities are reviewing threats made online and have increased presence around Muslim gathering places. Local football organizations are waiting for answers as Regina considers major upgrades to Mosaic Stadium. Planned improvements include replacing the turf to align with the new CFL field dimensions, a change that could affect access for teams such as the Regina Rams and Regina Thunder. Rams coach Mark McConkey says the new layout may create logistical challenges, while Thunder coach Scott McCauley says amateur programs do not have the resources for major infrastructure costs. City Council is expected to consider the proposal later today. A proposed survey in Regina is collecting views on a cathedral neighborhood safety zone as the city reviews its impacts. The zone was set up in August of 2024 to protect people walking, cycling, and driving. City leaders say the area includes schools, daycares, and shops. Earlier data recorded more than 1,600 collisions over 10 years. The survey runs to July 15th, and results will shape the next future steps. That's 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com. Weather's next.
And now your summer savings report for Crestview Chrysler in Regina. Current conditions include no-charge diesels on select Ram trucks, kicking off a powerful month of savings here in Regina, and adventure seekers can get into a brand new Jeep Cherokee with payments starting at just $279 bi-weekly plus tax. Forecast models are calling for heavy discounts, low finance rates, and serious trade values, all expected to continue throughout the entire month. This has been your summer savings report for Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Regina.
Now this is technology. Betamax, landline, 3 channels of my TV.
You're so behind, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. You desperately need to go to Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
Sounds futuristic.
It is. Max Stream TV, SaskTel Internet, and the latest cell phones.
Stream TV?
No schedule or waiting.
Internet?
High speed?
No phone cord.
No cord. Boy, your mind's gonna be blown.
Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Fort Capel. EchoSound.ca.
Weather for Next Gen Coatings. Spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name. 1865 McCarra Street, Regina. And Kevin's Marine. Make the most of summer with a boat or pontoon from Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel. kevinsmarine.com.
The threat for showers remains this evening, but it really does drop off, and it's already low to begin with. So most of the time we're just partly cloudy to mainly clear, and as the night goes on, we get into more of a clearing trend. Temperature backing down to around 9 overnight. 22 is the high on Thursday. We'll average partly, if not at times mostly sunny. But for the afternoon, watch for a few more of those pop-up showers. Very little energy left, not much to support them, but just enough instability to trigger a couple of those spotty-type showers. Partly cloudy sky into Thursday night, low of 12, and partly to mostly cloudy on Friday. A little more sun early. The cloudiness increases through the later part of the day, our high near 23. Thickening cloud cover brings in some rain, a chance for some showers starting later Friday night, and then a steadier, potentially heavier rainfall setting up through the day on Saturday. Pretty much a washout for Saturday, the high near 20. Clouds and showers linger into Sunday morning. Pre-dawn, a lot of the clouds give way, slowly clearing from west to east, high 21. With your 620 CKRM weather forecast, I'm Precision Weather meteorologist Phil Spivak.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now next gen coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings, 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
This is the year to own the boat of your dreams. At Kevin's Marine, discover legendary Lund boats, built for a lifetime of serious fishing and family fun. Stretch out and relax, or enjoy the day with family on a brand new pontoon from Bentley or Crest, or make a splash in a 4-wind sport boat, all powered by trusted Mercury 4-stroke motors. Right now, get manufacturer rebates, dealer discounts, and low payment financing. Make decking easy with Shoremaster aluminum docks and lifts. Visit Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel or kevinsmarine.com.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Regina Motor Products. RMP summer offer on now until August 31st. Receive a $25 SOE gift card with purchase of a vehicle health check and oil change package. Visit RMP today. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Last hour of the show on this Wednesday for Regina Motor Products. If you missed any of it, though, go back and listen in podcast form. Podcasts are brought to you by Fries Tallman Lumber in Fort Capel and Regina. Delivery available, more than a lumber yard. Greg from the Piffles podcast is with me. If you missed it, we mentioned it a couple of times now. We did get some updates from Rider Training Camp. Curtis, if you can punch up the audio, Coach Mace, he gave us an update on the injury status of A.J. Ouellette.
Yeah, it's trending in the right direction, no doubt, but still trending, I would say. Just get him eye level today. Nothing serious, obviously, but we got another day, and then ultimately spit him out there on game day, see what we can do pregame.
You would say?
I never trust Corey Mace when he talks about injuries. I've learned my lesson. I've been bit by it a few times, both as a fan and as a game bettor. Honestly, this early in the season, let's see what Quali Conley's got, because you want AJ for the playoffs. He gets paid. Yes, he gets paid all year, but he gets paid to play in the playoffs, especially when it gets cold out.
Yeah, well, and I think there's gonna be more games that he's gonna miss this year. Rest, whatever. He's gonna be banged up.
And they signed a running back today for a reason. Obviously, they need to add depth.
Yeah, that cat's name is Star Thomas, 6 foot 210. He spent last season straight out of Tennessee. College, University of Tennessee, big program. So the lights aren't too big because they sell out that.
Mm-hmm. Go Vols, yeah. They
sell that place out. That we're talking like 80,000-90,000 there. So yeah, they bring in a running back. That is the latest update, and then the status. The one that jumped out to me, and we can talk to Schultz about it here, but Del Duncan Busby is out for Friday's game, which would 10. Is it Mims time?
I think so. Obviously, you want to see what he's got, and also gives you an excuse to get Daniel Weeb on the roster. And I know they got big plans for that kid. So
I would think that that's the move there. I'm sure we'll find out more tomorrow as we go along. Let's get it going though. Midweek sound off with Schultz.
The Midweek Sound Off, powered by Revive Men's Health Clinic. Treatment for men's ED without pills or surgery. Discreet and confidential. Visit revivemd.com. Lakeview Insurance. Get a second opinion on your coverage with Scott Schultz and his team. Protecting what you built.
Okay. Where do you land? Where do you land Wednesday? I need to know. Dwight Yoakam. Do you like some Dwight?
Oh, I love me some Dwight Yoakam.
He's sold out. He's sold out in Moose Jaw tonight. Like sold out.
That's old school stuff. Didn't he do some acting?
Oh yeah, he's got quite the filmography.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I like the old Dwight.
Yeah, no, he's twisting tonight in Moose Jaw. Game versus Calgary. Let's go there first. You watch it. Your analysis. Give us your take on the game.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway wasn't that they played a perfect game. It's that they found a way to win. When you're looking at the Riders and the championship team that they became and have become and are, teams, those types of teams survive games when they're not at their best. And it's a little concerning. It's two first games in a row. We've had a little bit of a, mid-game lapse and let other teams get in it. But it's also very promising that with that, they're still finding ways to win.
Defensive backs, we're banged up there early in the year. I think, last year it was the O-line. Every year it seems it kind of goes up and around and it's a different segment. But now it's the defensive backs. The one thing they're talking about with the defensive backs, you listen to Coach Bell on Monday on the Coaches Show, is communication. And it seems that this group has it, though, Schultz.
Well, a defensive back, Barney, you know this, busted coverages usually start with busted communication. And communication is way more important than talent when injuries hit the secondary. And like you said, in that room, they seem, that they trust each other and they communicate on every snap. So as long as they can keep doing that and, we can maintain some of this health. I mean, we've got injured guys. If we can maintain what we've got, I think we'll be able to see us through until those guys get back.
And obviously when they brought in those guys, the backups after those injuries, you could see Josh Bell rely a lot more on the blitz, bringing in extra men. From your playing experience as a defensive lineman, how does it feel to have a linebacker coming in there with you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just the biggest thing is you need to get comfortable with the group that's out there, right? And injuries throw a monkey wrench into that. And so the biggest thing is, during practice and during the meeting times, it's just going to be communicating, trying to get on the same page, sharing your thoughts with those guys so that you guys can accomplish what the coaches are setting out for you. But, June injuries test coaches. It's the November injuries that test players because that's when we need them late in the season.
I really like what I'm seeing from Josh Woods. I'm sure you got your eyeballs on him. What are you seeing there, Schultz?
Woodsy? Wow, what are you going to say about the guy? I think he's one of these guys. It happens every year. It's just every year, some guy steps forward and really becomes a factor. And I think that's just what's happening for him right now. I think he's played well. He's doing great.
Is that an IQ thing from the player? Is that the player putting in, because they're all physically there? Is that a guy maybe watching tape in the offseason, working on his IQ, something, or is that coaching? A lot of that come to coaching as well.
I think a lot of it is there is a sector, there is a group of guys they're that talented that they can show up for a period of time and get things done. But I think more occasions than not at the pro level, it really does come down to the study, because everyone basically is on a similar level physically, with a little bit more here or there, but it's the mental part. And if you can understand that, and the quicker that you can adjust and the quicker you can get into position, that's how you win games at the pro level.
Obviously, looking at the CFL West, you got the Riders and the Elks tied undefeated. BC, heavy favorite coming in, starting slow early. Calgary, Dickinson's team, also starting slow. Obviously, these two teams aren't going to remain in the bottom. What do you see happening here?
Sorry, say that again?
Well, Calgary and BC are usually two really good teams. Starting off slow wasn't in the cards for them. Where do you think they're going to go from here?
Oh, no, I think that's just early season. There's going to be bumps, and every team is going to go on their run here or there and get it together, unless injuries and those kinds of things tank. So yeah, I don't worry about it. As far as starting out slow like that, been there, done that. There's lots of runway left on the season, and it's just as long as they keep trending towards their goals and they don't keep having lapses where they're having loss after loss and they're getting worse and worse, whereas you can still have cumulative losses and you're gaining ground every week. And as long as those teams in the West can do that, I think they'll be just fine.
Back to the Riders and the injury thing, I'm wondering when you see now, as we're seeing it in the defensive backfield, and you see guys having to step up and be kicked into the fire, for a lack of a better term. Schultz, when you're in your playing days, when you go back, because I'm sure you were in the situation as well, or you were on teams where you guys were in the situation, does it become the player or is it more now a chance for the coach to, you got guys in there, maybe they weren't ready, you had to get them ready quick? Is it more a coaching thing or a player thing?
I would say it's about 60-40 coaching to player. Coaches have to simplify the game plan and put players in positions to succeed. When you have your set roster and your set positions, and then you suffer injuries and it alters what you can do, that's exactly where the coaches have to step up and understand, okay, who do we have available? How do we best use this player so we can exploit their talents and abilities? And the coaches are doing that by typically simplifying the game plan or pivoting or adjusting. At least the good ones do this to move on forward and not get in a hole.
What is your take on the Saskatchewan Roughrider defensive line play like right now? Not a lot of sacks coming, but they're getting a lot of pressure. What needs to change in that?
It's tough. I mean, it's a long season. I mean, you got Sanders and Rose and Evans and those guys are all, like you said, they're getting pressure. And, people who talk about ball and understand it, I would say, a level back from just the casual fan. These days, there's a huge emphasis put on the defensive line, interior guys especially. Can you collapse the pocket? Can you get the quarterback to move off his set point or his spot? And if we can do that, the sacks are going to come. They'll start piling up. These guys are, they've only had 2 games together. Things are going to start figuring themselves out. But I do like that they have been able to get pressure and get them off the spot. And for the intention of their defense, I guarantee you they're accomplishing what the coaches want.
Is it we're still so young in this season with that defensive line? Is it something that's just like, hey, let's just kind of be a little vanilla here? We got a lot of stuff that we're keeping in our back pocket.
Yeah, I think it's not so much of like, oh, we have so many more intricate plays that we're going to put in that's going to lead to sacks. It's more of, there's a physical tone that's set amongst the front, those 4 D linemen, and they need to understand and get used to, how are they setting the line of scrimmage? Because their coach wants them to knock them back at least 1.5 yards, 2 yards, reset the line of scrimmage, get that pressure, and start leveraging the ball to the defense's will. And so, as far as that goes, I just think it's young. It's 2 games in. We've got 16 left. These guys are doing just fine. It's not like, you look back, there's not a ton of rush yards on us. We're not getting we're not getting owned up front. We're not losing physical battles. So I'm pretty happy with where the D-line's at for now.
AJ Ouellette looks like he's doubtful for the game, is what they're saying now. Banged up, runs hard. We're only 2 games in. Just you sit him?
Well, listen, I'd rather have AJ miss a game in June than miss the West Final, right, guys? I mean, nobody expected him to play all 18 games. He plays arguably the most physical position on the football field, save the nose guard. But the impact that he brings, he runs angry. He demands contact. So I like it. I don't expect him. I don't expect him to play every single game in an 18-game season. I'd be a little more nervous if it was something a little more serious. But you get bumps and bruises. I think they're doing the smart thing. You take it day by day and you go from there.
He was in a walking boot, the day or that night. So
well, people also forget he literally got surgery in February. Like his recovery was quick after that surgery. And when you're a guy that big, runs that hard with a foot injury, ankle injury, whatever it is, like,
yeah,
you need some time to heal.
Absolutely.
Kicking. The decision, a lot of people, I'm like, hey, you're playing pro football here. What were we, 42, 43 yards? And he had the leg. He misses it. Coverage, they want that back for sure. I would say you have to be, you're trying to take the points there.
Yeah, I agree with the decision to kick. I think the issue wasn't the decision. It was the execution and coverage, right, guys?
Yeah, 100%.
Coaches make these decisions and players have to execute them. So, bad execution doesn't automatically make it a bad decision.
Yeah, you would have been up by 19 points if he would have made that kick.
Yeah, and maybe the next time he makes it. He had the leg. It sounded like it was really windy and like a weird wind.
It was very windy.
Yeah, tough to judge. Go ahead.
And also, guys, again, back to that point, only our second game. I think as we get deeper into the season, just like every other group, the special teams tightens up, experience happens, and it's all this process of working out those kinks. And, the best thing of all this is we can still, we're still undefeated. And we've had some challenges and we've figured it out. And I'm glad that the coaching staff, they're not sitting on their laurels or thinking they've done anything. They realize that they're getting these wins and they're eking them out and they're finding ways to win. And, the speak around coach is more of they want to keep perfecting themselves and having more dominance. And as long as he keeps them on that trajectory, I think they're going to be just fine.
I would say I wouldn't say, is the right word, worried? Really cautious about this Friday with the defensive backfield the way it is, and you got Chad Kelly coming in here who's absolutely slinging it around the yard. Mind you, throwing a few interceptions, but he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing back there, and they're coming here Friday. What do you think about Toronto?
Well, if Saskatchewan can control the line of scrimmage, they're going to control the ball game. We know that. We've got a great offensive line. We've got a defensive line that's primed to bust out and have have a do something game. I think they've been doing a good enough job in holding things down. But Toronto brings in a lot of speed and explosive playmakers. We just need to be physical and bring our brand of football that we play here on the prairies, and it's going to be a great challenge. I like it when Toronto comes into town, because they always leave with a sad look on their face.
Do you have what's your take on the jerseys? White.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a sucker I wish they would just go to the old school all black blackouts, like we did in the old days.
No.
But love them or hate them, they create excitement. The Prairie Blizzard theme should make for some great atmosphere at Mosaic. It always does. It's just another way to engage the fans, right? So, I don't hold too much into it. By the time 3 minutes into the game, I mean, they're going to be soaked and stretched and ripping, and we're on to the action.
What year would those black jerseys have been? What years were those, Schultz?
I would have been that's like 03, 04, 05.
Yeah, I was going to say 03, 04, 05.
Yeah.
All or nothing days, the down and dirty days.
I hated those things. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't a fan. Never will be.
Not bad. Those are.
I'm telling you. As a kid from Moose Jaw, and you come into the locker room, and they did a masterful job where no one had an inkling it was going to happen.
No.
We all go out, we come back in, and the blacks were in our lockers. It was the whole locker room was going crazy. So we loved it. And I know we played well, and we had some great games in those black jerseys.
Reggie Hunt looked good in a black jersey. I will say that.
The Reaper.
The Reaper looked good in a black jersey.
And then,
reap what you sow.
Who was the running back?
Getting Keith?
Keith.
KK, and then we had Cates as well.
Yeah, Cates wore a black jersey too, yeah.
He's a master Cates. He's a master debater.
Early 2000, eh? Yeah, the times were different. You were probably putting on a nice pair of corduroy pants after practice, a turtleneck of some sort.
Only if I wanted to start a fire.
All right, man. You'll be with somebody else next week. I'll let you in. I'm off. I think it's Sharky on Thursday. So if you can plan for Thursday next week for your midweek sound off, and let's see how it goes Friday. Again, are you going to the game?
No, we're having our farmer appreciation down at York Lake in Yorkton, and we get about 300 people out. We're doing smoked pork butts and skeet shooting for the entertainment, so it's going to be pretty fun.
There you go.
Built.
Lakeview Insurance. That's what they do. That's how they take care of their clients and farmers, right, Schultz?
Tackling all your insurance needs.
Probably a little Diboja. Maybe play some Dwight Yoakam at this event.
Better play Pocket of a Clown because you're not getting at the show tonight.
You know that.
See you, Schultz.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
There's the midweek sound off for Lakeview Insurance and Revive Men's Health Clinic here on the Sports Cage. You weren't a fan of the black jerseys, eh?
Nope. Was not. We have this fight all the time on the show. I despise them, and the other guys like them. Was not a fan.
And there's a black pants.
Oh, yeah.
Black pant, right?
Black jersey with black pants, yeah.
Not totally bad. They could bring them back. I think they can bring them back. You know which jersey?
But that's why they went the Obsidian. They didn't want to bring back black because too many other teams have black already.
What about white? Tell me about the white jerseys.
Well, that's what I mean. They got
trying
lazy.
to be original.
Yeah.
Let's go to a silver of some sort.
The
cowboy pants.
They look the
cowboy pants with a green tinge instead of that blue silver pants.
The Cowboys need to pick a shade of silver and stick with it. Their helmet is different. Their jerseys are different. Their pants are different.
The Dallas Cowboy pantses are by far the best in the NFL, even though I'm not a Cowboys fan. You know what Rider jersey I think is underrated that I really like was the one with the
signature look?
The green wheat Chiefs.
Yeah, the signature look.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it was the Reebok did it, or Adidas, the signature look. Yeah, everyone calls it the watermelon, but yeah, it's wheat.
Those are Reebok? No.
Reebok or Adidas, I can't remember who. Maybe it was Adidas.
First jersey I bought my kid, it's somewhere in a closet.
No, it's Reebok. It was Reebok.
Yeah?
100% it was Reebok.
Yeah, I didn't mind those. At all. Okay, we got to get to some of these texts on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. When we get back, we'll go to break. Still to come on the show, too, Dave Thomas, a one-on-one with Morgan Runge here on the Sports Cage. It's on 620 CKRM.
This is Country Gold with Steve Harmon, your home for the country hits of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Hello, I'm Steve Harmon, inviting you to join me for Country Gold. Each week we play country favorites from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and we check in with the stars who made them, too. This weekend on Country Gold.
Country Gold, brought to you by Trent Dickin and his experienced team at Flooring Superstore. Saturday mornings at 6 and Sunday afternoons at 4 on the Voice of Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. Combined with a LiftMaster opener, it's the right choice. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. And a LiftMaster opener. 100% made by Canadians for Canadians. Steady, tariff-free pricing and great quality, no matter what.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
The world is changing. From the misuse of AI and the rise of deepfakes to the dangerous spread of misinformation, it's getting harder for Canadians to separate fact from fiction. That's why having a trustworthy news source is vital. At Global News, we're committed to objective journalism that cuts through the noise. Stick to the facts. Global News, Canada's trusted news.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Steelcraft Doors Regina, made in Western Canada for Western Canadians.
Not the outcome they wanted. Canada losing to Switzerland at the World Cup today, 2-1. So instead of staying in Vancouver to play the round of 32 games, they are going to move to Los Angeles. Their next match looks to be coming up quick here, Sunday night, according to Arash Madani. Scotland, Brazil on the field. Brazil 3-0 over the Scots. The Scots have checked out. They're starting to guzzle. South Africa, South Korea later tonight. Riders signed American running back today, Star Thomas. Star Thomas played the 2025 season with the University of Tennessee. Also in Calgary, they signed CFL All-Star defensive back Jalen Hutchins to a 3-year contract. Looks like the signing bonus is around $50K. He'll earn $190K in hard money for the 2026 season. Western Canadian Baseball League, not sure if the games are still on. Check the website or the local teams' apps as well. Weyburn hosting the Regina Red Sox. Saskatoon's in Medicine Hat. Swift Current plays host to the Sylvan Lake Gulls. And the Blue Jays and Astros are on the field right now in Major League Baseball. It's for Regina Steelcraft Doors, Prince Albert Steelcraft Doors, and Saskatoon Steelcraft Doors. It's all made in Western Canada for Western Canada, servicing all of Saskatchewan Steelcraft Doors. Okay, back to the text line. We had our first not a fan on Where Do You Land Wednesday. Not a fan of Dwight Yoakam. That's Millsy. So Millsy's saying no. I'm not in on Dwight Yoakam. That's okay. What does that place hold for a concert? I've been to Offspring there. Have you been to a concert in Moose Jaw?
No.
I've been to Offspring. I've been to Brad Paisley. I've been to Ice Cube.
Nice.
Boys in the Hood.
Yes.
I've been to Volbeat, I think, and there's another country act, Clint Black. Have never been to one that's absolutely sold out though. Tonight.
So you were on a good run of bad luck.
I was just killing time, but I'm worried about where to park but I'm going late.
That place is a nightmare to park. Doesn't matter if you show up early or late.
Yeah. Should I just...
Even cheer competitions, you can't get parking there.
Yeah. Lots of people, though, texting in 936-6262. Prairieland Rentals text line. Really getting in to the Dwight Yoakam and a lot of songs. This Trevor guy, him and I are 90s country front and back all the way. Benny saying the Prairie Blizzard game, Riders need a new marketing team. Will be a blizzard in the men's stall at halftime. You can bet on that sprinkle of the day. Noah guy who this is the Mike Babcock thing. This was earlier. Noah guy who played for Mike Babcock with the Huskies and loved the man said his knowledge of the game was second to none. Kevin in Foam Lake.
I knew a guy in the Huskies program. He's now working for the AHL, I believe. And same thing. He loved Babcock. Said he was an awesome dude to work with. So maybe he's changed. I don't know.
Did you listen to the interview? Did you listen to the presser?
Mike Babcock. Yeah. Mike Babcock likes Mike Babcock.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of remorse. I was sitting there and I'm like, Mike, just say, I've learned some lessons. I'm a changed man.
And that's the worst part is he had to know if he just said that would probably douse some fires. But I think
take the dogs off a bit.
Yeah, I think he just thought, no, I'm just gonna work my way through it, and it's just like sometimes you need to eat the crap sandwich just to move forward, and he just seemed to refuse to do that.
Do you think they're going to end up bringing in? And see, they don't have a lot of money to play with. They do have some money to play, especially when they get rid of Nurse. We talked to Cody Janzen in hour one from the World Hockey Report. Once they get rid of the Nurse contract, they will have some money to play with, and then I don't know where else they can get creative. But I kind of think it's like, okay, let's sign a free agent as quick as possible to take the heat off a bit.
They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to make a splash, even if it's just a local kid on a team on a friendly deal, something to put a good news story out there.
Will anyone want that?
Well, that's it though. Like the thing that always kind of stuck with me in that thing was it the PA that said not everything in the report, or was some report that said not everything in the PA report about Babcock was the entire story, or was one of the insiders, I can't remember who, Cervelli maybe. It was just like, well, what more is there out there then? Like, and that's what has me kind of scratching my head going, you have all these people going, there's more coming out, and nothing came out.
I think that it was like love Kami. Great guy. He's been on the show before. He's been the most vocal. The Mike Madani thing was so asinine.
Yep.
But the Columbus thing, two things. The Columbus thing, it was, I don't think it was as bad as everybody jumped to conclusions upon. Like he was looking through phones and being like, hey, let me see your wife in a bikini or whatever he was doing. Like, it wasn't crazy like that.
Yeah.
I think it was just wanting to get to know. But it does seem that he has really had a fascination. He likes to bully the younger guys, the in and out of the lineup, the guys that are kind of know that they're on thin ice to stay in the league. Will that change in Edmonton? But think about it. If we're October, November, and there's a leak or somebody's reporting that, so and so, or there are some players that aren't happy with, and McDavid, they got 1 year at this.
Yep,
they got 1 year at this. Like you don't want any smoke,
and that's what surprises me. They literally are in a trial period for McDavid right at this point.
And you got a new coach, and you're going to have new members of the team, and you don't have a goalie.
And the last thing you want is a bunch of reporters just waiting. Waiting. And the minute there's a drip, it's going to turn into 2 drips, and then it's going to turn into a leak, and then it's going to turn into, next thing you know, you're ankle deep in water. Like, this is not, unless they come out of the sea, like guns a-blazing and win a bunch of games up front. As soon as the losing starts, I don't know what's going to happen.
What do you think about what do you think about Tkachuk? That didn't shock you, I'm sure.
You didn't see my tweet then, obviously.
Oh.
It's like honoring hockey's greats and Keith Tkachuk. He's, to me, and this was before I realized his kids share a brain cell, he was always, to me, good. Like, he was good. I enjoyed watching him play. But
Gritty. Wanted him on your team.
Yeah, but he was never great. There's a bunch of guys out there right now, to me, I think have a better resume than Keith Tkachuk. So
who? Owen Nolan?
Nolan's there. Even I don't like the guy right now for some of the stuff he says. Theron Fleury probably deserves before him.
That while we're there, I was I got a picture sent to me by a buddy originally from Saskatoon. He lives in the DC area now.
Mm-hmm.
And we have this little chat group, just kind of old Zone K Barons guys from Saskatoon. And it's his brother at a 1991 Canada Cup exhibition series game at Sask Place. And it's his brother and Bill Ranford's on the bench of the Canadian team. And they're playing an exhibition game against like Czechoslovakia. And then he's like, who's number 10 and 14 on this team? And I think 14th is like Gino Cavallini or something. But you look at that roster of the 91 Canada Cup team.
Yeah.
And Theron Fleury made that team. And then Theron Fleury was there in 98 in Nagano when they lose in the shootout. Then he's there for redemption in Salt Lake City in 2002. No,
2002, Salt Lake City, yeah.
Was it four? Was there a 4-year gap? I thought it was 2000, and then they went 2004.
No, there's a 4-year gap there.
But like Theron Fleury, and he won a Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
like that guy's career and what he did at that size,
and that's what I mean. Like to me,
it's amazing.
And don't get me wrong. If you want to talk about the politics, whatever you want, but the fact remains is his on ice career, in my mind, deserves it before Keith Tkachuk.
I would agree.
Peter Bondra is not in the Hall of
Fame. He had great breathe rights on his nose.
Technically speaking, Ryan Getzlaf has a better statistical.
He just got into the Saskatchewan one last year.
I know, but his stats are better than Keith Tkachuk's.
Yeah, that's not a bad point.
Steve Larmer, like John LeClaire, like I'm going through everyone who's eligible right now. Like I could make Brian Propp.
Brian Propp's a good one.
Gary Roberts, the only guy I know who got a penalty for too much man. Like, there's a bunch of guys on this list that I think deserve it before Keith Tkachuk. And I'm not saying I hate the man. I always thought he was good, but I didn't think he was great.
I think it's going to be like Kevin Cheveldayoff in Winnipeg. Man, does he have a tough road ahead. Whoever the GM is in Ottawa, can't remember his name. Is it Steos?
Yeah, I can't remember who's out there now.
Tough. Vancouver, although it's a great city, people love it there. All tough. Like these Canadian markets, it is besides Montreal, really. Right now,
if you were a Canadian GM, would you ever draft another American high-end player?
I asked this to Colby last night, and he said, "Yeah, for sure they will." I don't think I would.
What? Like that's, I don't know. It's kind of I kind of joke. It's kind of like the CFL drafting a Saski kid high. Like chances are they're coming back home eventually. I don't know. Ottawa had to know it was coming because Lord knows the Tkachuks on their podcast were talking about it all the time playing together in Florida. So it's.
I never listened to it, but is that what they were saying?
I saw clips. I wouldn't listen to it either.
Did you see what the Wolf did?
No.
Oh, somebody sent it to me. It's Chunk and
Okay,
Slot
that's not original. I've seen that clip.
I think the Wolf was the first one to pull it out, though.
Maybe, but I've definitely seen it.
It went viral. It was so funny. All right, it's the Sports Cage on this Wednesday for Regina Motor Products. Don't forget Regina's Rough Rider Foundation 50/50. Early bird deadline for the prize tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Blue Jays weekend in 2 for Toronto. Return flights, hotel, 2 tickets to the Jays game, or take $3,600 cash. You can go on to Riders 50/50 before 10 o'clock tomorrow night and get in on that. Speaking of the Riders, we're going to come back. We're going to hear from Morgan Runge with Dave Thomas. It is the Sports Cage, streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. Don't just hang a door, install a Steelcraft. Turn curb appeal into curb envy.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
Steel-craft.ca.
They could have just called it a flooring store.
Yeah, but that doesn't really cover it.
Carpet, hardwood, laminate.
Outdoor flooring, artificial turf, rubber athletic flooring.
Hey, that's more than a store.
Exactly. That's a superstore.
So whether it's your living room, your garage, your gym, or your backyard,
think bigger, think super. I think you've got it now.
Flooring Superstore, quality floor. Over 20 years serving Regina and area. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Winter in Saskatchewan tests everything, our patience, vehicles, and sometimes our bumpers. From icy parking lot dings to serious highway mishaps, choosing local matters. At Regina Motor Products Collision Center, we're Saskatchewan owned, run, and we drive these roads too. An SGI accredited full-service collision center working on all makes and models. Submit your SGI claim and book your appraisal. It's easy. When you need repairs you can trust, it's neighbors helping neighbors. Regina Motor Products Collision Center, south at Highways 1 and 6 Albert Street, rmpchevrolet.com.
Play of the game? Touchdown! More like the game to play. The new Saskatchewan Roughriders Scratch and Win ticket. It's your chance to win 10 years of Rider season tickets, a premium suite for the home opener and the Labor Day Classic, and tons of Rider swag. Plus, 2 chances to win $75,000. Tickets available at your favorite lottery retailers. Proudly brought to you by Sask Lotteries, supporting sport, culture, and recreation across the province. Please play responsibly.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. Powered by Prairie Land Rentals. From power tools to skid steers, they probably have what you need for your job. 600 Albert Street, where you deal with the owner. Welcome back to Sports Cage. Missed any part of the show? Check out the podcast powered by Freeze Tolman at 620ckrm.com and sportscage.com.
Welcome back. Greg from the Piffles podcast with me today. Thanks again for coming in.
Oh, always.
Having time in a couple. Curtis Gammon running things on the board. Back tomorrow with Sharky. And then we have an abbreviated, possibly radio only. It is? That's a for sure. It's a radio only Friday Sports Cage for an hour.
Ooh.
With guest host Jeff. Just kidding. Sharky. Sharky's going to be hosting for an hour because Sharky's got to host the whole thing next week by himself.
Uh-oh. That seems like a problem.
He's going to be fine. Once he gets in the pocket and he gets talking and he has Arash on and Farhan on and Schultz on, he's going to have Rob Vanstone's coming on. I'm like, that's going to fly by for you. You're going to be like, oh, that was easy. And I'll be like, okay, do it every day.
Didn't want to do Piffles Radio. I offered.
Oh. Did you? Oh, yeah? Yeah. And then you guys are tailgating.
Of course.
That'll be fun. David Thomas and Morgan Runge coming up.
Yeah, that looked like our tailgate the other day.
Yeah. One guy had too much too soon. Coach Mace, though, before we get to the interview, Coach Mace talking about Morgan on the Riders.
No, of course. I think over time, any player, you get in here, cutting your teeth as a young buck, your goal is, can I make this team? And then as you get comfortable being around it, you want to do as much as possible to help the team. And he's done that, whether it's on special teams, whether we ask him to do stuff, obviously on offense. He's got a great skill set of being, rungy should be the new word for, I don't want to say dirty, but he's a scrappy dude. You know what I mean? He's kind of a throwback at the position. If you're still allowed to smoke cigarettes on the sideline, he'd probably be one of those types. You know what I mean? So he's got an excellent asset to help the team.
Be a rebel, coach. Let him light him up. Let him light him up on the sideline.
I love I could hear Van Stone laughing in the background of that clip. It's funny, I talk all the time about how the Riders have two fullbacks on the roster, Awachi and Runge. They both do different things, and they both do them well.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. I think I'm interviewing Albert Awachi tomorrow for Behind the Face Mask in the next couple weeks. Yeah, but Coach Mace uses young buck. I haven't heard him use dang much this year. He was a dang guy, and he likes using young buck. I love it. Coach Mace is a good interview. Here's a quick question. I know we're up against the clock. Best interview on the Riders.
I think right now Corey Mace. Honestly,
I think it's Tommy Stevens. I think Tommy Stevens gives the best interview.
I'd have to go back to our Tommy Stevens interview, but our Corey Mace one was really good.
We can debate. Josh Bell might be 1A, 1B right in there. But here it is. Dave Thomas, I'm back tomorrow. We'll end the show. Dave Thomas and Morgan Runge.
Well, Morgan Runge, it's pretty interesting how things go in the line of a football career. It seems like just yesterday, albeit about a year to the day, when we were talking about how you were coming out trying to make your impact to make the roster. Now you've got a year under your belt. You seem entrenched in the offense, and things are good. Have I over-summarized things?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, last year was the year to kind of make things happen. Been out to 2 training camps the 2 years prior and didn't make the team. So yeah, last year was a big time for getting ready to play professional football, and it's been awesome. We've been working really hard, and it's been a lot of fun.
The work is evident. What is the work though that you've undertaken to make yourself a better player and valuable to this team?
Big thing is learning from the older guys, the veterans, how to be a professional. Seeing the guys staying late, watching film, getting the workouts done, identifying where the weak areas are, and just continuing to work on that and continuing to build on the skills that I do have, and elevating them to really go out and win a lot of reps.
Taking opportunity of the reps that you're given then is obviously a big thing. Albert Awachi nicked up at the start of last year, giving you a lot of extra reps. Mm-hmm. How did you take advantage of those, and how did they help you?
Yeah, that was a crazy time. My whole goal going into training camp was last year was just to make the team, and then to find out week 1 versus Ottawa, I'm getting the start. I was able to lean on a lot of the guys, seeing how AJ does things, seeing how Albert does things. I really took the game preparation serious in that, working towards being in the film, understanding what we're doing. Felt good physically in that, and training camp obviously helps out a lot when we got 2 fullbacks, so we got lots of reps in training camp to really get behind our pads and feel comfortable in the box and everything. So, it was just the whole experience was good for getting ready for that.
When it comes to the fullback position, not a lot of teams dress 2, but you've made it impossible for the team not to put you on the field. What have you done to make sure that you are one of the players that can be counted on week in and week out?
Really just being willing to kind of play the game the right way. What I love seeing from other fullbacks in the league is guys who are just not afraid to get in there. A lot of times we're looking at the scouting reports and looking at the defensive ends, and it's like, this guy's bigger than me, but still just the tenacity and willingness to not give up on reps and continue to work and really grit out some tough runs, and that was the big thing I think that helped me out.
Watching you throughout your collegiate career, I thought the transition would be very smooth to pro, and you've made it look smooth, even though you had to battle your way to get to where you're at. Has it been as smooth as it may appear from the outside looking in?
I was able to kind of take my time, I guess, getting here. You know, I came here for training camp in 2023, and I kind of had the feeling, even going to training camp, it's like, all right, this is going to be an experience. We're gonna work our butts off and really try to put on a good showing. But you know, I was okay with going back to youth sports, and then 2024 was. I was expecting to be done with my eligibility in that, and then, you know, was trying to make it, but then I was able to actually have a couple more years of eligibility. So, you know, being kind of in and out really helped kind of slow down the game. So then when it came to 2025 and this past year, it's made it a lot easier. I've had 4 training camps. I've had, you know, a bunch of preseason games. So seeing the level of play, I've had probably more experience going into my first year than other guys. So the drawn out process really helped out kind of slow everything down and make things easy.
2025, not bad way to have a rookie season end up in the Grey Cup.
No kidding.
How did that change you, or has it changed you at all?
Honestly, like, it was absolutely surreal. Like, for me, we'd get to like the last game of the year. You know, when I was playing junior, we'd get into that PFC semifinal and that final against Saskatchewan Hilltops, and then just weren't able to come out on top. And same thing, 2023 against UBC in the Hardy Cup final. You know, we're winning hard, and just at the end, just wheels fell off, and UBC comes through with the win. So that was actually my first championship win in my football career. So, and honestly, I couldn't believe it, you know. But it paints the picture clear in my mind that you know, we have a high standard, and you know, when you come out on top, it's not easy to stay at the top. So it really puts the picture clear in the mind of how important every little detail is to make sure that we can continue to play some winning football.
Okay, last question for you. You mentioned in and out. That's what I want to ask. Have you ever lined up as a wide receiver in your career before this year's offensive scheme? Because there's a lot of moving pieces. And it's interesting. Morgan Runge has just gone ahead and flashed out to the wide receiver spot.
Yeah, we actually we did that just a little bit in youth sports, but honestly, that was all just smoke and mirrors, just a way to bring me back into the box and try to confuse the defense. Most of my career, I played pretty tight to the box. The furthest I got away really was maybe back in high school playing some slot back, but I mean, my senior year we started playing, you know, tight end double wing. So, you know, I've had pretty much most of my football career very intimate with the box and that. So it's a comfortable place, and you know, just looking to grow my skill set and feel comfortable out in the perimeter and all places of the field, and the opportunities that the coaching staff's given me, you know, it's starting to come along and feeling comfortable out there running my routes and that. So it's been great.
Awful lot of fun to watch. Thanks for doing this.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
He's gaining on us. Quick, let's hide in the garage.
No! It's stuck! Again!
You said you fixed it!
I meant to, I just never called Busy Bee Doors!
Lift it, hurry, lift it!
It won't budge! It's busted!
Don't let a broken garage door turn into a horror story. Call Busy Bee Doors. They can fix or replace any commercial or garage door. Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists.
Get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
Hey, it's your stomach. We need to talk. What are you doing to me here? Another sad little salad? I like eating healthy as much as the next stomach, but sometimes I want to live. Load me up with a Western pizza, pepperoni, ham, bacon, melty cheese. Now we're talking. And maybe some ribs, lasagna, or souvlaki on the side. Treat me like a respected stomach. Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today.
And get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
It's almost time for Country Thunder Saskatchewan, July 9th to 12th in Craven. The final countdown is on. See superstars Lainey Wilson, Riley Green, and Creed. Don't miss Gavin Adcock, Cameron Whitcomb, Max McNown, the